Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the historic Tomato Bowl for tonight's district doubleheader here on JISD Live. I'm Ryan Travis, class of 2014, and I am joined tonight by Paul Travis, JHS class of 1994. Tonight's matchup pits the Lady Tigers of Trinity against a very strong Jacksonville Fightin' Maiden squad. Trinity comes into tonight's matchup with an overall record of 3-6 and 0-3 in district. The Lady Tigers have scored 18 goals while allowing 41. Trinity is currently on a 4-game losing streak and most recently fell to Madisonville by a score of 9-0. Your Jacksonville Fightin' Maidens come into tonight's game with a record of 8-3-1 and 4-0 in district. They average 5 goals per game while allowing just over 1. This Maidens team is looking for another strong performance tonight against this Trinity team. And on Tuesday, the Maidens defeated Crockett 15-0. Now let's take a look at the season schedule for your Fightin' Maidens. Last time we saw the Maidens here at home, they finished with a 7-0 win over Madisonville. The Maidens most recently defeated Crockett on Tuesday to move to 4-0 in district, and after tonight hit the road for 4 straight away games. And the next time we will see this Maidens team is on February 27th as they take on Palestine Westwood. Now quickly going over the district standings, your Jacksonville Maidens currently sit in a tie for first place with Palestine at 4-0. The Maidens have outscored their district opponents so far 40-0 and look to extend their unbeaten district record once again tonight. Jacksonville hits the road on February 20th to play Palestine in what will be an important matchup for this Maidens team in this district race. Captains are now at midfield, and in just a moment we'll get our player introductions from PA announcer Grant Haney.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's matchup between the Trinity Tigers and your fighting Jacksonville Maidens. Let's first meet the Tigers from Trinity. Number 4, Alexa Manzera. Number 3, Kaylee Oriana. Number 2, Elizabeth Amaro. Number 1, Michael Augustus. Number 19, Carly Skinson. Number 15, Marisol Lopez. Number 6, Susanna Lee. Number 20, Sky Walker. And number 14, Carissa Rangel. And now for your fighting maidens. Number 0, Emily Barrera. Number 1, Adriana Munoz. Number 3, Andrea Ramirez. Number 4, Itzel Arredondo. Number 5, Kelsey Domini. Number 6, Ara Castillo. Number 2, Evelyn Lara. And number 7, Evelyn Lara. Number 8, Clara Guillen. Number 9, Alexa Medine. Number 10, Sophie Romero. Number 11, Joel McCullough. Number 12, Victoria Villanueva. Number 13, Elizabeth Nava. Number 14, Aurelie Romero. Number 15, Whitney Griffin. Number 16, Lauren Wade. Number 17, Kayla Robert. Number 18, Mariana Arredondo. Number 19, Jackie Padilla. 20, Giselle Castillo. And number 20, Landry Harmel. The maids are coached by Coach Colton McCowan and Roy Alvarez. And now, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Pick up those girls on that field, Mark.
All right, we are just about set to go. We are playing a shortened game here as Trinity only has 9 players on their roster tonight. So 30-minute halves is what you're going to see from this Maidens team. And keep in mind, we do have the boys game playing Trinity as well following this game. So that game was originally supposed to start about 6:30. I would think it's probably going to start at about 10 minutes after the end of this game. But we will see when the time comes. Both teams have made their way to their respective sidelines. And I'm not sure what the starting lineup is going to be tonight for the Maidens, with Trinity only having 9 players. So we'll see who head coach Colton McCowan sends out to start this game.
It's so funny. We get ready, and then we get ready some more. I'm like, we powwowed, and then we talked, and then we powwowed, and then we're going to motivate, and then eventually we'll take a field. So I love these American versions of what time we start. We talk about this if you watch a European game. They say the kickoff is going to be at a time. It is on the
If
dot.
not early.
Yeah,
sometimes you're almost pushing early start it. But yeah, a lot of times, we're running a little, almost 10 minutes late, which, it's an abbreviated game tonight, so maybe they're, taking their sweet time. But
I mean, they kind of did that with all sports.
Yeah, I mean, football is definitely the most egregious about not starting on time, which it's typically pretty close on Friday nights here in the Tomato Bowl, but I mean, typically, it's a little after 7:30 before kickoff comes. And when you watch NFL games, and a Super Bowl is this weekend, there's a 5:30 kickoff. That game may not start until about 6 o'clock. So
for sure.
We'll see how that goes. Trinity gets us underway. Jacksonville quickly wins it off the kickoff.
Yeah, we definitely do have some players that don't normally start tonight for the Maidens. So I see we got Kayla Roberts starting in. Looks like she's playing a defensive midfielder or holding mid, maybe they want to call it that. I know Whitney Griffin is up there on the left front. So
yeah, there were some JV players that were brought up. Jacksonville scores off the corner to start us a little over 30 seconds into this game, and Jacksonville's already found the back of the net.
I think it was Nava, wasn't it? She hadn't turned around yet. Yeah. According to Coach McCown, it was Nava. So it was a good shot, too. I mean, just kind of a one-touch play
by
in.
number 13, Elizabeth Nava.
Took, well, we got a running clock already, Ryan, so I don't think we're going to have any extra time added at the end of this 30 minutes.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. You like for teams to show up and, have a full squad, and unfortunately Trinity does not have one for their girls team. The boys, it looks like, sitting in the stands across the way, will have a full starting 11. But, I mean, when you have a soccer program in high school, you would like to, be able to fill out a full squad, but not the case here tonight for Trinity, which I'm not sure how many they started the season with, because on the roster that we got, there are 7 girls that have been crossed out. So they may have started the season with a full squad and now have had some quit or some other circumstance potentially that they are not playing tonight.
Well, the good thing about games like this, you get some people who don't normally get to play as much, and
this situation what they could do. So
with Jacksonville's situation in our district, we don't have very many JV competitors. Mm-hmm. So once district starts, there's very few JV games. It's a good looking ball played in.
Ooh, just over the crossbar.
Pretty sure that was a Riley that took that shot. Yeah, when they don't turn around, you can't see their number. Ryan's over here looking out there because he's waiting for it to turn around.
Yeah, which, I mean, we've talked at length about how difficult it is to see the numbers from across the field on these home jerseys for the Maidens. They also, most of them have ponytails that cover up half the number as well. So,
or they don't face this way.
That's true.
Or they face
the
other. They face this way, and you can't see the front number at all. So,
ball played forward, up in the air from the Trinity player. Ball makes its way back to Alexa. Now Clara sends this over to the near side. Ball played up the near sideline. Now across over to Arelli on the far side. Ball makes its way inside to Nava. Good win back there for Jacksonville. Ball goes out for a Maidens throw. Kelsey Domini throws this one in for the Maidens. Trinity going to step over, try to keep this ball in, play it out for a throw in. So Jacksonville will have another throw deep in Trinity territory.
Hey, see Mariana? She's the other part of the diamond.
Ball makes its way back to Kelsey. Now inside for Giselle Castillo. Giselle gets the ball back, trying to play this one forward. Ball poked across the top of the box. And goal number 2 here early for the Maidens.
They did a good job showing patience on that one and building up, taking their time to put the ball in front of the goal and get a quality shot.
Yep, so Elizabeth Nava with her second goal here in the first half.
Yeah, it's hard for the goalkeeper to defend when their ball's played right in front of the attacker, basically on the penalty mark. So
Ball popped up in the air off the kickoff from Trinity. Really going to step up, win it for Jacksonville. Now back to Clara. Clara plays this one across the back to Alexa. Sends this one forward. Long ball over the head of Nava. Played back forward by Trinity. Trinity able to win it back on the near sideline. No one really there for support. Trinity plays this one back. Jacksonville collects it. Going to work it around the back now. Clara sends this forward. Now over to Whitney on the far side. Whitney working down the left sideline. Gets a cross in. No one home for Jacksonville. Goalkeeper for Trinity going to come out, collect that one pretty easily. Giselle takes a shot from distance. That one makes its way inside the right post. Jacksonville now up 3-0.
Taylor, you got to stay in the middle. Don't be running out to the sidelines. Hey, come on.
Trinity gets us back underway. This ball played forward. O'Reilly going to bring it down. Switch field over to Alexa. Now over to Kelsey on the near sideline. Alexa now sends this one forward. Good defense there from Trinity, able to step over, play that one out. Jacksonville wins the throw. Kelsey quickly gets the throw in. Ball makes its way to Giselle. Now back inside to Robert. The ball going to go between the legs of a Trinity player. I believe she did touch it, though, so out of bounds. Jacksonville throw on the far side. Jacksonville going to make a sub here. Giselle comes off. I believe that is Mariana Arredondo that just went into the game for Jacksonville. Throwing going to be played out for a corner by Trinity.
Yeah, no, I didn't switch anybody. I took somebody off. We were playing with 10 right now.
Cross comes in. Keeper comes out. Gets the ball for Trinity. Punt makes its way to midfield. No one really there high enough for Trinity. It's tough to have someone forward when you only have 9 players. Whitney now sends the cross in. Low cross makes its way and saved by the keeper.
That's a good ball in a good position. They hit it. They just, hit the keeper right with it. She turned. She's in position and hits her. So she's got to wait. Give Trinity a little pointer here. Our goalkeeper needs to wait on the team to move out before she punts the ball. She's punting it before she's getting ready to get it.
She's really quick, yeah. They're trying to drop players back and be able to defend, and it's tough to do that when
you're outnumbered.
I believe I heard head coach Colt McCowan say just a minute ago he brought somebody off, so Jacksonville now with 10 players on the field.
That was very cordial of him to do that.
Yeah.
But the referee's not going to rush the goalie to punt the ball tonight when they're getting beat 3-0 already. She needs to take her time, give her team a chance to get out there and compete for the ball, because right now she's just going to get it brought right back on her. So I'll call their coach after the game, give him some points. We have some new referees tonight. These are a couple guys I hadn't seen before.
Yeah, I don't know that I've seen.
Oh, Whitney's got a chance here.
Whitney's going to have a chance inside the box. Oh. Trinity able to get a foot on it by the goalkeeper. Finally able to clear it forward. Now outside of the box, plays it forward, finds the feet of Kayla Robert. Jacksonville going to work the ball around here. Ball played forward for Arelli. She's gonna turn it back. Arredondo takes a shot from distance, saved by the keeper. Domini wins the header. Now forward for Robert. Played to the near side.
Oh, she saved it.
Jacksonville able to keep it in. Ball played into the middle. Now cleared away by Trinity. Kelsey going to play this one back to Alexa. Now all the way back for Barrera.
Yeah, Trinity with their defensive line. Most of these teams we see, they move their defensive line up for the, when the ball transitions to the other end of the field, they're basically sitting at the top of the box and not trying to move up at all. It gives Jacksonville a lot of room.
Trinity trying to clear this one away. It's going to go out for a Jacksonville throw. Trinity high punt. Won by Arredondo. Ariana now sends this over to Whitney. Whitney has Nava inside. Trinity trying to clear it. Hits her own player twice, trying to clear the ball. Keeper finally comes out, able to pick it up. Short punt this time. Whitney plays this forward. Nava gets the flick back inside the 18. Trinity able to clear it away. Arelli now with the ball on the far side. Going to play this one back to Mariana. Cross comes in. Trinity able to clear it away. Arelli with some good moves there. Able to get a shot, deflected away. Whitney sends it back in with a cross and now cleared away out of bounds by Trinity. So Jacksonville with a throw on the far side. 16:55 remaining, almost halfway through this first half. Ball goes out on the far side again for a maiden's throw. cleared out by Trinity. Jacksonville wins it. Robert now over to Domini. Kelsey plays this ball forward. I think we've maybe had some roster changes since these were printed today.
I can't see that girl's number at all. I mean,
I'm pretty sure it's 15. 15 on the roster is Whitney Griffin, but I know what Whitney looks like, and she's on the far side.
I know what Whitney looks like, yeah.
I believe Andrea Ramirez is the one who's on this right side of the field.
Number 15?
Yes. So if I'm wrong on that and you're watching, feel free to give me a hard time. But I'm also not sure on Trinity who is who, because they have girls that have been scratched out that the numbers are on the field right now.
Well,
so
they don't have any possession, so you don't really get to talk about them. So, sorry. I mean, this is a completely dominant game by Jacksonville, even with mainly some players that don't normally get to starting the game, playing. You know, we're going to have some new people come in. Look like I see Landry and the other girls. I can't see their numbers, so. And we got a couple, or I guess 3 new players are about to come in.
Arelli steps over to play this corner in. Good cross comes across. Jacksonville not able to get ahead to it. This ball sent back out of bounds. On the cross back in from Mariana Arredondo. They'll go out for a Trinity goal kick. Jacksonville going to make a couple subs. Landry Harmel, Itzel Arredondo, and Ara Castillo come in.
It's a little fullback change, it looks like.
Yeah. Several subs on the back line. In fact, I think he almost subbed out everyone on the back line. Alexa Medellin, I believe he moved up.
Domini stayed in, so.
But yeah, Kelsey Domini still in at right back.
And she's been playing a right back who's actually been playing more like a wing, the way they like to do this, and push one of the backs up high.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the similarities between the girls and boys team here in Jacksonville. Like to send the outside backs up. We actually got a compliment on pointing that out and talking about it a little bit from head coach Rudy Jaramillo. And before we started this broadcast, he was up here in the press box. I got to talk to him for a minute. Jacksonville able to poke that one in as the ball bounced around.
That's just there's just a failure of Trinity's ability to clear the ball out of the box on that one. You leave it in there for too long, and eventually something doesn't go good for you. So
yes, I believe that is a hat trick now for Nava.
What about that compliment? We don't get compliments very often. So we got a compliment about actually understanding the game.
We did get a compliment. Are you surprised that we got a compliment?
I just think it's funny.
Yeah, he said he was watching back one of the games. He wasn't sure. He thought it was Nacogdoches, but he really appreciated that we talked about the way that they work the ball down the sideline with their outside backs, and they'll have the defender slide over. They'll have that defensive mid kind of drop back and play that fourth defender. He was very complimentary. He said they work on that a lot in practice, and he was glad someone pointed it out.
Somebody actually noticed it. He didn't tell him. Everybody else just thinks it's a accident when it happens.
Yeah.
That was just chaos out there. Everybody just kind of
Kelsey Domini.
Just shoots
slots
that
one in. So 5-0 now the score for Jacksonville.
Yeah, people watch these soccer games, they don't realize if you don't have a good understanding of the game, it looks like chaos. People just end up in a place, and it takes a lot of practice and a lot of effort for the players and for the coaches to get a good understanding of where to be at the right time, and not be how do you say that? So obvious with what you're doing that the defenders pick up on it. I mean, part of the deal with you're trying to do as an attacking team is to confuse the defense a little bit. It's a little bit of a chess game. And so you're trying to figure out, how do I get them to be out of position? How do I get them unbalanced? So when they're moving the ball back and forth across the field, what they're trying to do is create these openings and opportunities. And like last week with the boys, they did such a good job opening up the defense and pushing it through there.
Ramirez gets the ball inside the 18, sends the cross in. Nava's a little wide. Didn't quite get her foot to that one, make solid contact. So Trinity with a goal kick. Yeah, and you see it a lot in professional soccer too, that, you know, they work the ball around the back line. They're playing long balls from the back, but they don't always have guys that work the sidelines quite like we see from our Jacksonville boys team. I mean, that's been kind of a staple in head coach Rudy Jaramillo's offensive plan for his team. We see it every season. I mean, that's just one of those things. He's got guys that can really run down the lines, get good crosses in, and he attacks with a lot of numbers that you don't see other teams do quite the same.
Yeah, he's got some fast guys that can go up the sideline. She moved in from an offside position. So, yeah, he does a good job with that. And, you know, when you spread – I know what he wants to do. He wants to spread the field out. You know, when you're on attack, one of the things you're trying to do is create as much space as you can. You know, the defense – we talk about, like, you can see right now you're watching Trinity's girls, and they're going to take a free kick from here, and they've got 4 defensive players. They're all back. So just leaving this big open area. As a defending team, your objective, or one of your objectives, is to make the field really compact for the attacking team. So at the same time, the attacking team's trying to spread it out as much as they can, and that's one thing that Whitney's got to come down.
Good ball played in for Whitney. She takes a shot, deflected out of bounds for a corner by Trinity.
Yeah, Whitney's playing on the left side. She's really right-footed. So I
think they called that a goal kick.
Maybe just you know, it's 5-0.
It's 5-0. It's not that big of a deal. I would have thought that took a deflection though.
Yeah, you know.
So,
but anyway, so Whitney's right-footed. So when I saw her moving that ball to her right foot, I was like, oh, she's going to shoot this thing. She's not crossing that one. She'll want to get an opportunity when she has the chance. So
Giselle Castillo coming back into the game.
She's done a good job with her crosses on her left foot, because I know Whitney. You know, coached her for several years. She's not left-footed. She's really right-footed.
Giselle steps up, wins it for Jacksonville. Going to take the shot. Slots it past the keeper. 6-0 now the score for your Maidens. They've had several high-scoring games so far this season. I talked a little bit about it before the game in my little pregame spiel that I give. And 15-0 on Tuesday against Crockett. They beat who was it? Let me look.
Well, that's one thing you asked last time.
They beat Palestine Westwood 16-0. So, I mean, this is a very capable team. They score a lot of goals, especially in district. I have to look back to see how many goals they outscored their opponents by last season in district, but it was a lot. And I'm not sure that they got scored on in district. Maybe one by Palestine, but I want to say last year in district they had 14 consecutive shutouts.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Yeah, one thing you asked about on the last game was about the district realignment and what that's going to mean. So for the positive for Jacksonville is we'll have competition, more games in our district than we did, you know, this season or last season. It'll be positive for these teams that, like Trinity, that are trying to build a program up and in a smaller school in Jacksonville. And I mean, obviously at a disadvantage to try and have, you know, a little bit better success and not come out here and just get their teeth kicked in. Because we looked at it like, you know, these games, Jacksonville dominates a team, and then they have competitive games amongst
the other 3A or smaller 4A schools.
So they're in a real disadvantage of being,
Yeah.
In a classification that doesn't have enough numbers to field a district themselves. When I played and when your dad played, we first started the soccer program, which was, in 1989. We played in a district that the schools were, half of them were at that time 5A. There was no 6A, and the other half of them were 4A. And, depending on what year it was, there were times where we were competitive against most of them, but there were teams like Robert E. Lee that.
Yeah. Well, and in Texas, too, you look at the UIL realignment, and the soccer stuff hasn't come out yet, but we have gotten districts for football, basketball, and volleyball. Good ball played in here. Whitney going to be called offsides. But football, basketball, and volleyball districts have all come out. And when you look at the layout of those, there's 6-man for football all the way up to 6A. I think there's 1A all the way to 6A for basketball and volleyball. But when you look at the soccer alignments, there's not as many schools in Texas that play soccer. So you have a 4A, 5A, and 6A. So if you're not 4A, you get lumped into 4A.
Yes.
So if you somehow have a 1A school that has soccer, I don't think there's any of those. But
sure there's
if
not.
they did, they would get moved up to 4A.
But you can be these 3A schools, which I don't know. I think you do know. What is the?
I want to say Trinity's enrollment at their high school is about 350, so we have about 1,000 students more than they do.
Yeah. So obviously, they're a definite disadvantage on fielding a program just in a sheer numbers stake. So.
And I'm not sure how many years they've had a soccer program. I tried to look it up the other day. It wasn't exactly clear, but it looks like if you go back to 2021, that's kind of when they start playing a full season of games. On Max Preps, they have it all the way back to 2016, but there's no results posted. So, I kind of think this is a pretty young soccer program for Trinity. You just mentioned Jacksonville's had one since 1989.
I just realized that's 35 years. This is the 35th year we've had a soccer program. So.
Yeah, so a rich history here in Jacksonville of having a soccer program. And, a lot of these smaller schools, especially in Texas where football is such a big focus, basketball's most schools have a basketball program. There's a lot of schools that don't have a football program that have basketball. So it's pretty common. It doesn't take a ton of players to be able to field a basketball roster, as that is a 5v5 game. So it's a little easier for some of the small schools to come up with some players for that. But a lot of smaller schools don't have soccer, and so you end up kind of in a situation like Trinity is here tonight, where they only have 9 players. Now I don't know that they've had that for the entire season, but it is unfortunate that you're playing at a school that's got 1,000 students more than you, and you don't have enough players to go and play them. And it's hard without any subs. It's hard to get some players in, and it's hard whenever you don't have really any attack going against these schools like Jacksonville, Palestine, even Madisonville's got a pretty solid girls program. Hudson, we played Hudson a week or two ago. 2-0 was the final, so Hudson's got a good team as well. And you're playing these schools as a small school, and it's got to be really frustrating from a player perspective to just go and have 15-0 games every week. Like it's hard to build a program if you're a smaller school to get people invested to want to come and play soccer.
Yeah, and the score's one thing, but like you look at these games and like Trinity doesn't really touch the ball. Jacksonville owns the possession the whole time. So, but we've had several games we've been up here and there's no attack on the other end of the field. So, even like we played White House that night, and White House scored a goal. But they almost had no attack across the middle of the field. But some of these lower class teams that are trying to play up, it's got to be pretty frustrating for them because you're just playing defense for tonight's going to be 60 minutes of just playing defense on your end of the field.
But normally 80.
Normally, yeah.
And that's definitely tough. But moving up to 5A, Jacksonville is definitely going to have more of a struggle to make the playoffs, and then playoffs is going to be against much more competitive teams. I mean, we saw against Hallsville. Hallsville is a 5A team that will be in our district, and it was a 1-1 draw. So that's kind of more what you can expect the next couple years after Jacksonville moves up to 5A again. And I'll tell you what, from a commentator perspective, those games are a lot more fun to do than these blowout games are, for sure.
Yeah, we're going to find something to talk about for the next 30 minutes. Yeah, the other thing while we're just kind of having a conversation about it, like when you look at like basketball, if you haven't played basketball before, you need players, and you get a kid who's reasonably athletic. Basketball's played with your hands. You can learn how to play enough to get by. Soccer may be the hardest game to learn as a high school student. So if you haven't been, not a bad cross there, don't score on yourself. Get another corner kick up here with about 30 seconds left. If Jacksonville hustles, they'll get another corner kick. If they take their time, they can. Yeah.
Cross comes in, sneaks inside the near post. Really well-played ball off the corner, able to beat the keeper. So 7-0 now the score as we are approaching halftime.
We're going to do how much time are they going to give us? Figure out if Coach McCown makes changes at halftime and lets some other girls play a little bit, or if he continues to let the girls that don't normally get quite as much playing time have an opportunity. Especially some of the JV players, like I said, they don't have very few games once district play started, so it's a good situation for them to get some minutes. And your players that are typically starters, it gives them a chance to rest a little bit and be ready for other games.
Yeah, I kind of think that may be somewhat also the game plan for the boys tonight. I know when I got to talk to Coach Jaramillo a moment ago, he said he's got a couple guys dealing with a couple injuries here and there. He's had a couple guys that have been sick. So I'm not entirely sure who all we're going to see play tonight for the Indians, but should be kind of a similar feel to how this game has gone. We'll see a lot of the guys that don't get nearly as many minutes, which, I'm trying to think who hasn't played much for the Indians team this year. And
the boys
Coach Jaramillo subs a lot.
He subs a lot.
And you see a lot of different players on the field at any given time. So I would think we'll probably see that again. They have not started. It looks like 4 minutes is now on the clock for halftime. Coach McCowan is talking with the referees at midfield, so not exactly sure what that's about, but I guess we'll find out in like 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, really. Yeah, we were talking about earlier. I mean, soccer, this really may be the hardest sport to pick up as a teenager. If you don't start out playing when you're young and have good coaching when you're young, then the chances of you being successful in high school are really slim.
Yeah.
There's so much to learn. The game's so complicated.
There's a lot to learn skill-wise as well as just tactically.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to play the ball with the feet, and we see some of these more skilled players that can drop a ball in on a full run and catch it like they've got, glue, and like a receiver catches a ball in football with their hands. They do it with their feet. You don't learn that.
You don't learn that at 14 years old trying to come out and play soccer.
If you come out as a
for the first
freshman and
time,
say, hey, I'm going to play soccer and I've never played before, good luck with that. It's hours and hours and hours of practice. Mm-hmm. So, and understanding the game, and there's athleticism that it sure helps to be athletic, but the skills that go along with it, and then the understanding of how to play the game, how to recognize the cues for what people are doing, whether it's your team cue or whether it's the cue that you're picking up from the other team. There's so much to learn. It's you'll see some of these teams like they'll come in, it'll be really elementary what they're trying to do because they don't have programs that they've had for a long time. They didn't have a community program that really developed kids. We're fortunate because, Jacksonville starts players off when they're about 5 now and has a good program. And then we're so close to Tyler that when the kids, whether they're girls or boys, about 11 years old, they're going to start playing in Tyler on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm. And then we've also got quite a few girls and boys both that are playing in Dallas on some club teams. I know I'm going to try to get a list of players together so that we can kind of highlight those players and where they're playing and at what level that they're playing at. But I was told earlier by Coach Jaramillo that Palestine lost quite a few guys last year for their boys team. They lost. We'll talk about it in a little bit before the boys game, but they lost 3-2 the other day to Madisonville, which was a surprising result for me.
Yeah.
And I asked Coach Jaramillo about it, and he said that they lost quite a few seniors last year, but they also their goalkeeper is no longer playing for them because he signed an MLS Next contract. So,
oh wow,
pretty big achievement for Palestine goalkeeper. Unfortunate that those kind of contracts do take a lot of time. That's a professional contract. It's below the MLS, but they travel a lot. It's a feeder league. So
it's basically minor league for actual MLS play. I don't know how many divisions how many. There's a few professional leagues in the United States now. Mm-hmm. MLS is
there's MLS. There's MLS Next, which is kind of like owned by the clubs, basically, of MLS,
it's more for
and they travel around.
It's like a younger player that has the potential to be an MLS player, but they aren't quite ready to play at the pro level. Like, I watched a few years ago, we went up and watched FC Dallas play in the Dallas Cup in their opening deal, and they played their U19 team, and they had a 16-year-old, Paxton Pumacall, playing, and I watched the game. And he's 16, playing with 19-year-olds, and he's a standout on the field.
And he's now on their main team.
The deal was he had a contract at the time to play with FC Dallas's pro team. He was on the squad, but because that tournament's open, he could play with the U19 FC Dallas team under the contract for the MLS team. But he's on the deal at 16 years old. So you do see some of these kids. It's rare. But unlike sports like football where you would just get obliterated at 16 years old trying to go into the NFL, in soccer you can they'll take these kids in early. Europe's big on it.
Mm-hmm. One of the girls kind of made headlines not too long ago. She signed a professional contract from California at 15 years and like a couple months. So, really youngest ever in the NWSL. But there's a couple minor leagues. You've got the MLS Next. That's the feeder league for the MLS. You also have the USL, the United Soccer League. That is, I kind of expected to be a feeder league, and I've heard some rumors that there may be some conversations in the works between them and the MLS to potentially have some sort of a Premier League type relegation.
So
we'll see.
That would definitely be a game changer for the MLS. If you're not familiar with relegation leagues in the U.S., we don't typically see that. If an NFL team finishes last, they still get to play in the next season with the same group of opponents. Mm-hmm. In Europe, if you finish at the bottom of your bracket, you no longer get to participate in that league. You get relegated to the league below you, and then whoever finishes in the top of the league below them gets moved up into your position. So we're going to see different players on the field for Jacksonville now. Looks like some of the starters are back in. You got Lauren Wade and back into the center, and Sophia Romero's in there.
Jewel McCullough with the ball on the far side. Gets this cross in. Trying to find Evelyn Lahr. Keeper comes out for Trinity, makes a save.
Yeah, Evelyn's in. Victoria's in. So, looks like this is pretty much the full starting lineup he's got in now.
Victoria sends this one inside to Lauren. Now forward for Evelyn. Evelyn back over to Lauren, trying to play that ball forward for Victoria to run onto. A little too far out in front of Victoria. Keeper comes out for Trinity, makes a save.
This is an interesting formation, too, the way he's got it. He's got Jewel playing right fullback. I've never seen Jewell play right fullback, but we talked about how he likes to use the fullbacks to push up into the attack. I guess he's also playing. How many people do we have on the field?
We got 10.
Hey, still pitch in. Just get high.
Are they 9 or 10 on Trinity side?
On Trinity's?
Yeah, they're playing with 9 total.
Yeah, they've had 9 the whole
Okay.
game.
So we're playing them up 1, even.
Yeah, it's 10v9.
Maiden goal by number 16, Lauren Wade.
Lauren's goal makes this an 8-0 game now. Yeah, I know Coach McCowan made some subs here at the half. He's basically got his starting 11 in. He does have 10 on the field, so he's mixed it up just a little bit. He's brought Kelsey Dominy out, put Jewel McCullough at right back instead of being at right forward where she normally is. And, you like to get your team out and, get them moving. You don't want them to just sit on the bench for the whole entirety of the game. But kind of surprising, and I doubt this squad will be on the field for long, if I had to guess, just because it is, 8-0, and we just started the second half. Victoria works around the side, gets the shot off, slots it inside the post. So 2 quick goals from the Maidens, 9-0.
12, Victoria Villanueva.
Yeah, that's one thing you can look at on these games. Like in the first half, you did a real good job letting players that don't normally get to play as much play, and they played with a lot of composure. Not just kick it, run to the goal, and see if we can't score. They played with patience and tried to build up to it. And that's kind of what you can look here at the second half of this game. If he's got the starters back in the game, what are the objectives that he's got for them? What are they trying to accomplish? Because if it's run the ball at the goal, you can do that. I don't know, necessarily what the point of that would be, but you can still work on, tactical objectives you've got for your team. Even though you're going to win, the game's not on the line. It gives you a good opportunity to basically just have a practice and say, hey, where's my objective? Do I want to take the ball down the baseline and play it back make a negative pass back and score when, I'll need that when we get to do a game in the playoffs, and use this as an opportunity to practice that. So, but I can tell it looks like Coach Alvarez and Coach McCown are having a discussion about what they're trying to do right now.
Ball played out. Evelyn wins it for the Maidens. Now over to Victoria. Victoria plays this one inside for Lauren. Sends it across to Jewel. Jewel works down the right sideline. Gets the cross in. Low cross cleared out by Trinity. Jewel collects it once again. Finds Sophia. Sophia takes a shot. That one deflected out for a Jacksonville corner. Maybe the objective is to work on some corners. Corner played in.
And scored.
Takes a deflection, I believe, off of Trinity.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's an own goal. But anyway, they played in front and just goes in. So
Jacksonville into the double digits now,
Maiden goal by number
10-0,
12,
25
Victoria
minutes
Villanueva.
remaining.
yeah, unfortunately in high school soccer they don't have the mercy rule and just end. So it's not like baseball where they get to 10 and they can say, oh, well, we're not going to come back and we'll just go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah.
So I was really interested while we're talking about stuff that's not related to soccer was that with 6-man football, there's a point to the game when you get a lead by so many points, that is considered the end of the game.
Yep.
And so we watch state championships and the team scores, goes across for a touchdown, and immediately the clock goes to final.
Yep.
What was the difference? How many points?
I can't remember how many it was.
I
I think it was 40 something maybe, and it's after halftime,
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah. But I mean, with the team, when the other team, it's obvious they're not coming back. But that was the end of the game. It was a goal. I mean, not a goal, wrong sport. It was a touchdown or a point, but it was a touchdown in this instance. And as soon as they scored, that's the end of the game. went straight to final, and you're like, they had a whole nother quarter they could have played, and that was the end.
Well, and what's crazy, too, is that you see so many blowouts in the state championship
really.
at all levels, but, six-man, those guys just score so much. And when you look at finals, a lot of times they're like 80-something to 80-something.
It's a lot of points.
It's a lot of scoring that goes on in six-man, and you get to the state championship game, and I believe both six-man games were mercy ruled.
Yes. Yeah, we've been fortunate enough to watch quite a few state championship football games over the years, and it's amazing how you get to that point, and one team is extremely dominant versus the other one. I think last year was the year we saw so many blowouts. It all kind of runs together after a while. But yeah, it's amazing when you get to the state championship. You expect to see a game that is competitive, and we have seen some
We've
competitive.
seen, especially Duncanville and Galena Park, North Shore, those two.
Highland Park and
Highland Park, several years there where they had Jerry Jones' grandson as the quarterback. There were some really, really competitive games.
I watched Gilmer play in a super competitive game, 1 year.
That was this year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, and one before that. But, yeah, so, I mean, we see some that just come down to the wire. I mean, the Galena Park game against Duncanville, was that 2 years ago when it comes down to a touchdown throw at the last second into the end?
It was several years ago.
But, I mean, it's just
But they've been there 5 of the last 6 years.
That's why I was saying, what year was it? Because we watched that game.
It was either the first or second year that they played each other, so it's been a couple years. But, I mean, they've definitely – between those two, there have been some exciting finishes. Lauren going to take the shot, puts this one inside the left post. 11-0 now your score. Maiden's out in front with 22 minutes remaining.
Maiden goal by number 16, Lauren Wade.
Well, I think Trinity would like it if they had a mercy rule right now.
I think so.
So we were talking about MLS Next and some of the players for the boys, Palestine's goalkeeper playing this week. I don't know if anybody's watching it but me, but the women's
some of it.
U17 CONCACAF tournament is going on right now, which is a qualifier for the World Cup. And the U.S. has got, I think, two current pro players on the U17 national team squad.
It's at least 2.
Yeah, maybe 3. So, and then I listened to it today. They played Haiti. I watched the first half, and it was.
I forgot they were playing today.
Well, we'll have to watch the second half in a few minutes. The better than this. The first half they played today. They were playing Haiti the first half, and it was 2-0 at halftime. But at the U.S. This is a semifinal game. So Haiti finished second in their bracket. There's 8 teams total in this tournament. And
Lauren going to play this one back over to Victoria. I thought she was going to shoot
I did too
from
for
outside
a second.
the 18.
So.
Trinity going to play it out for a throw. Yeah, it sure looked like Lauren was winding up there to take a shot from outside the box and decides to cut it back in to Victoria. Throw finds the feet of Lauren Wade. Trinity able to get it away from her. Play it forward quickly, though, back on Trinity. Sophia going to take a shot from outside the 18. That one just wide left.
Yeah, so Haiti's in second place in their bracket behind Mexico. Mexico finished first in their bracket. And the U.S. played Haiti today at lunchtime. And it was 2-0 at halftime. I don't know what the final score was. I'm sure Ryan will pull it up for me here in just a second. But the first half is completely dominant by the U.S. They haven't had a competitive game really yet.
Lauren hits that one from outside the box, plays it past the keeper. 12-0 now the score.
Maiden goal by number 16, Lauren Wade, giving her a hat trick.
So Lauren with a hat trick in 10 minutes here in the second half. At full time today, United States 7, Haiti 1.
Oh, okay. So Haiti did score. Okay, they had a chance to score right after the U.S. has been on attack for 20 minutes. The U.S. is just pounding them unmercifully. And finally, breaks the line and gets a goal. And then, within a minute, Haiti gets a free kick, plays the ball in. It's a misjudged header. The goalkeeper doesn't handle the ball, and Haiti almost scores. The only reason they don't score is because there's a fullback comes in and clears the ball right before it goes across the line, and that keeps it from going 1-1 at that point. But yeah, so he's got several players that are playing from at a pro level that are on that under-17 team, but they had 5 girls from the Dallas area on that squad. So, and Kennedy Fuller is probably the best player. She's probably the best under-17 player in the U.S. And if you want to see some really good soccer, they're going to play. Should be Mexico on Sunday. Is that right? They're playing Mexico.
I believe Canada. So. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mexico
played
beat
Canada today
pretty easily.
So
shot taken.
Good catch by the
good
goalkeeper.
Save by the goalie.
Yeah, if you want to see what soccer could look like for 17-year-old or under 17-year-old girls, which is the high school age, you can watch some excellent soccer. Victoria's trying to cut that ball back. Just had defenders in there. But
and probably several girls from that team are going to play on the national team at some point. I mean, they're very dominant. They play very well together. I mean, you mentioned something about Kennedy Fuller, who's from South Lake Carroll. As a freshman, had a hat trick in the state championship game. Was it a hat trick? I'm pretty sure it was 4-1. And just a really dominant player. And then she's playing club for Solar in Dallas, and then she's also playing at this U17 national team level. And I mean, she's really dominant there too. I would think once she actually gets moved up to the national team, she will play a big role in the U.S. women's national team.
Yeah, if you really like watching the game today, if you want to see excellent soccer, an excellent awareness on the field, Kennedy Fuller is a player to watch. She is, when she doesn't have the ball, she's constantly moving herself into a position where she's ready to receive it. She's talking to the people with the ball.
Victoria plays this one in for Jacksonville.
But probably the biggest thing about her is her awareness of space on the field, because she's constantly scanning.
Goal by number 12,
if you
Victoria
want to watch the game,
giving her a hat trick for
don't watch the ball. Just watch Kennedy Fuller and watch what she's doing, because she's constantly on the move and her head is constantly on a swivel. She's looking side to side. She'll turn and look, and then she's moving into those pockets. When she receives the ball, if you're somebody who watches the ball in the game and you were like, how did Kennedy Fuller know that girl was over there wide open? It's because she already looked over there and figured it out. So when she receives the ball, she's not trying to figure out, I got the ball now, where do I get to go with it? She knows where she's going before the ball ever comes to her. Yeah. So I would say, watching, I did watch that state championship game that you were talking about year before last, and she's a freshman. So Jewel's going to, as a fullback, run up here and try and make a cross in.
Cross deflected away by Trinity, now cleared forward. Sophia gets it for Jacksonville. Now back over to Jewel. Good wall pass there. Jewel going to try to play a low cross. Gets a shot off. It's a deflection off the keeper and in. So that makes this game 13-0. 15 minutes remaining.
Looks like Coach McCown's going to sub a few players in. Sub a few players out. We're going to change the fullbacks again. I think you might want to let.
It sure looks
11,
like,
Joel McCullough.
Bringing in several players for the back
Ladies
line.
and gentlemen, please give it up for Compass Center Teacher of the Day, Rudy Jaramillo.
Oh, here we go. Coach Jaramillo.
Coach Jaramillo, Compass Center Teacher of the Day. Is that a real thing? Or did Grant Haney just make that up so that he could call out Rudy over the loudspeaker?
Maybe so. Maybe a little fun happening.
Oh, yeah. Sophia able to win the ball for Jacksonville. Going to play it forward, trying to find Giselle. That's going to go out for a Trinity goal kick.
If I were Trinity, I would take my time with the goal kicks. So, Yeah, so watching that state championship game, when you're talking about Kennedy Fuller, we talk about competitive games at different levels. She's so dominant in the game. She's a freshman. You said she had
a 6A school.
At a 6A school at the state championship, and she's so dominant, she just sticks out. It's not like, oh, which one is the girl that's supposed to be good? It's,
that's her.
That's her.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first goal she had, the game's being played, and she takes possession, and she takes on a defender, and she's got pressure on her, and she drives a shot in the upper 90. You just don't see high school kids hit the ball like that.
Yeah.
But that's why she's on the national team. So I was the hotel I was staying at. One of the parents for South Lake Carroll was telling me that they had several freshman girls starting, and at that time I didn't really know who Kennedy Fuller was. He's like, "Oh, it'll be obvious." That's what he said in the elevator to me. He goes,
"Yeah."
He's like, "Oh, it'll be obvious." And I was like, "Oh, he's right."
Yeah.
When she took that shot, I'm like, I think that's her.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I looked up her stats last year, so she had 55 goals for South Lake Carroll last year and 26 assists in one season. So
it's a lot of goals.
It's crazy. So I don't think she's playing high school this year. Like she's playing with the national team in this game that's happening this week, or this tournament that's happening this week, and then they were saying that she was going to train with one of the women's professional teams in the U.S. I don't remember what the name of it was, but anyway, she was supposed to go train with them after this tournament's over, and they're going to score
shot
again.
from distance, from way out, from Alexa Medellin, kisses off the post, goes in.
35 yards. So
yeah.
But yeah, she had committed to play for North Carolina next year and not go to high school her senior year. But it sounds like there may be some discussion about she may not do that now, and she may go straight to the pros, like what you were talking about. Which, I mean, I'm watching the game. I'm watching the game today, and in the one they played, the first game they played, and she's not a pro. There's 2 or 3 other girls on the field that are pros, and she's better. I mean, you don't see the other girls and go, oh, those are the ones that are the pro players. But you see Kennedy Fuller, and you're like, oh, she's the best player on the team.
Yeah, by far. Sophia sends this one back inside for Giselle. Cleared away now by Trinity. Landry has lots of time. Going to play it all the way back to Adriana.
Not very often you see the goalkeeper out.
At the 40.
Yeah, the football 40. Yeah.
Yep. Ball played to the near side. Arelli comes up. Going to work down the in line. Ball goes out
of bounds.
10.5 minutes remaining. Jacksonville up 14-0. And this Jacksonville team's got some girls that are also playing at a high level. And, they stick out for, being a 4A school. You've got Lauren Wade and Jewel McCullough both playing.
Hey, let me tell you what I got. I got a text here from a buddy of mine, Mike Killingsworth, who his son plays for the boys team, and he's listening to this in his fire truck over in Longview. So unfortunately, Mike's job, he works a shift in Longview, and so when there's a game, he doesn't always get to see it. And so he's watching it, and he sends me a text. He goes, check your phone, dude. I'm trying to get you to give a shout-out to us. We got a fan club over here. Stop ignoring me. So, Mike, if you're out there, I got you. I just wasn't looking at my phone.
Oh, he also said he was thinking about starting a Travis Commentator fan club if we gave him a shout-out. So can we make shirts for that? Because, I would be down to wear one of those.
Yeah.
Jacksonville's able to score again, 15-0 now the score, less than 10 minutes remaining.
Yes, sponsored by the Longview Fire Department.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I didn't know I had messages coming in that needed to be on this. It's funny.
Yeah, we do appreciate everyone who tunes in and watches these games here on JISD Live. I've been lucky enough to step into a commentator role for soccer and basketball, and I've done a couple football games, and never thought that would be something that I would enjoy doing, but it's pretty much what I look forward to most weeks now, which, nights like this where Jacksonville is just dominant are not quite as exciting
this is
as those close games.
This is a barn burner tonight.
Well, we did the Hallsville girls game a couple weeks ago. That one was a lot of fun and 1-1.
Yeah.
That Jacksonville and Nacogdoches boys game was a lot of fun to commentate. We'll see a really competitive game between Jacksonville and Palestine in about a week and a half.
Yeah, that's a big game.
20th,
I mean, you want to talk about something. There should be a crowd for that one. That's a big game. Last year's situation where we're in playoffs against Palestine. So,
yeah, both teams traded wins last year. Jacksonville lost on the road against Palestine. I think it was 3-1 maybe, and then had a really dominant performance against Palestine here at home. And then they met up again for the regional final. So, really strong district here in 4A in this Jacksonville and Palestine. Really just the two teams, are really strong. Palestine did lose to Madisonville the other day. And talking to Coach Jaramillo about that, he said, Madisonville is definitely a team to look out for. Jacksonville did defeat Madisonville first game of district 4-1. But he said those guys, they just don't quit. They don't have any quit in them. They play the full 80 minutes. And if you let them keep it close, they're gonna play you to the wire, and I guess that's what happened against Palestine the other day.
So it looks like we might have a little change of strategy here with goal number 15 being scored. I know at some point in youth soccer, they have a little bit of a rule of you have to stop scoring on the other team. They frown on that apparently when you just run the score up on your opponent. And Tyler, they will eject you from the game if you're the coach and you run the score up on the other team. I've found that out personally. But it looks like tonight at 15, Colton has decided to call off the dogs a little bit here, and he's going to pass the ball around. So we got about 6 minutes left. So looks like we're going to get to watch 6 minutes of keep away be played by the Maidens. Yeah, we may not see another shot. We may just see the ball get pushed around the field by Jacksonville.
I don't remember if it was Palestine beat somebody like 24-0 last year.
Oh, apparently we will see a shot.
I kind of wonder if that was a bit frowned upon. But a really good strike there from Arelli, able to hit that one from just outside the box, put it upper 90.
I mean, Trinity's quit playing a few minutes ago. So,
Maiden goal by number 14, Arelli Romero. Providing commentary on JISD Live tonight is Ryan Travis, class of 2014.
Where does he come up with it? He's like, I don't know.
I appreciate the shout out. Would like to also, say that Paul's here as well. So, there's no telling. Sometimes I think they have a little too much fun up here in the press box. I got shout-outs because I walked on the field. They were giving shout-outs to everybody during a sub-varsity game during football season, and I got a shout-out. Lee Traylor got a shout-out. Swanson Traylor got a shout-out. I believe everyone that is somewhat involved in the school or the broadcast got a shout-out at some point. Good cross played in here. Unable to finish. Sophia couldn't quite turn that one on goal.
Yes, there's about 4 minutes left. We haven't decided we're not going to score anymore. Apparently, we are still trying to get the ball in the net. We just couldn't quite connect on that one. The build-up of the play looked good, so We got just a few minutes left here. We've talked about this. Trinity comes in. They know tonight they're not going to. No, we're still trying to score. They know they're not going to win the game. They know that it's going to be a bloodbath for them. They don't have enough people to play. This is an 11-man game, or 11-person game. So they come in undermanned to start the deal off, and they know that Jacksonville is the best team in the district. But give them props. They haven't walked off the field. They did show up. They are trying to play. They're still trying to.
Sophia takes a shot. That one wide left as well.
They're still trying to play. Obviously, we've got not much time left, and it would be good for them if it were to end. But they are still trying. So it's something to be proud of when you're Trinity on this deal. I don't know how long has Jacksonville had a girls soccer program?
I'm not sure. That would definitely be something worth finding out. I know we've had a girls program for a while.
It's got to be 20. It's got to be beyond 20 years.
I know it's been a lot longer than I was in high school, and that was 10 years ago. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I know it's probably not as long as the boys program.
Oh, it's going to be a handball. They're not going to call it PK, thank goodness. So that was a
very blatant handball.
She almost caught it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a merciful call by the referee not to give a PK with 2 minutes left. So, yeah, and 16 goals already scored. And the other thing I'd say with Trinity, they haven't gotten rough. Sometimes when these games get out of control and one team just obliterates the other team, the down opponent will end up getting rough, and they haven't done that. This has been a clean played soccer game. There's almost no fouls. Yeah. Sophia's, I think that was her 10th shot. She finally connected on one.
Maiden goal by number 10, Sophia Romero.
We got about a minute left here. Jacksonville now leads 17-0. Just a really dominant performance once again from this Maidens team. And unfortunately, this is how a lot of the district goes. We've seen multiple 15-plus win games so far, and we're not even halfway into district yet. So, it's just unfortunate that this Maidens team is in this district right now in 4A, and it's just, a lot of the district is not competitive. Really, it's between them and Palestine who goes to playoffs last year and I would think again this year. But we have a really good girls soccer team in Jacksonville. If you haven't made it out for a game in person, I definitely recommend that you do that. We've got an okay crowd.
Yeah, we've got a strong crowd out there tonight. They can hardly contain themselves in this excitement, Ryan. So you've been hearing them on the field, Mike, with the supporters crew over there, constantly doing chants and motivating the team.
I haven't heard too much chanting, but that is something that I feel like would really elevate the atmosphere here at the Tomato Bowl, is to have some excited fans. So if you are one of those and you haven't made it out for a soccer game, I definitely recommend that you come out. We do have some exciting games coming up. I'll take a look here as Jacksonville finishes 17-0 against Trinity. Coming up on JHS Live, we do have boys soccer, which I believe is going to start in about 15 minutes.
Oh, good. That's a quickie.
It looks like they've got 15-minute countdown on the clock, so we'll get started here a little bit early.
Good sportsmanship.
Actually, with the late start, it's going to be at about 6:30.
Well, but that clock says what time we're going to start, not what time we'll actually start. So
I don't know. The boys don't typically do the call-outs and stuff
Oh, they
like
don't
the
do
girls
all that
do.
like the girls?
No,
Yeah,
they do
okay.
sometimes. Sometimes they
gonna
don't. So I
play.
guess we'll see what happens tonight. But we do have boys soccer here starting in about 14 and a half minutes. We also tonight at about 7:30 we'll have boys basketball versus Hudson. Lee Traylor will be bringing that game from John Alexander Gymnasium. I will be joining him at the conclusion of the boys game. So hopefully I can make it over there for second half maybe, if not
Quick as
a little
possible.
earlier than that. And then Tuesday, February 20th, we have boys soccer versus Palestine here at the Tomato Bowl. Very exciting game. If you can make it out for that game, that's definitely the one to come watch. Then we also have boys soccer versus Madisonville. Madisonville also has a good team. That'll be Friday the 23rd, so that will also be a good game. If you don't get to make it out for Palestine, try to
Trinity,
come
can we get a
for
roster to the press
Madisonville.
box? A roster to
And
the
then
press
the
box,
next time we
please.
see the girls is on February 27th. They'll be here versus Westwood. And then they will also be here Friday, March 1st, playing Hudson. So some good soccer coming up in a couple weeks. So if you haven't made it out for a game at the historic Tomato Bowl,
Get your tickets early.
get your tickets early. Yeah, just go ahead and
Don't
commit
wait.
to it. Say I'm coming to that game,
Don't-
and then put it
don't-
on your calendar.
Good chance we'll have a sellout, so don't wait. There's a limited number of seats in the Tomato Bowl.
There's plenty of seats, so anyone that would like to come out, definitely make it out for those games. While we do enjoy that you watch the games here on JIST Live and listen to us do commentary, it's not quite the same as making it here in person and getting to see the pace of the game.
And you can always put your earbuds in and
That's
listen
true.
to
You
us.
could.
Yeah, you could. You don't
could.
have to just sit there and,
watch the game. You could
totally
always,
be
you could always
absorbed by
listen to
the
us.
commentator.
I mean,
Grant Haney's good, but, we're more fun than Grant. So, yeah, you can put your earbuds in and listen to the game. So, we might even get some stuff going. If you don't, I'm in all seriousness, this is some really good soccer played by Jacksonville, and we'll have some competitive games like the one against Palestine will be a lot of fun. The one against Nacogdoches, that was a great soccer game to watch. If you enjoy that kind of thing, if you enjoy competition, if you enjoy, you don't have to be a soccer fan to come out and watch a soccer game. You're probably not listening to this broadcast if you're not a soccer fan or you don't have a kid playing. But
and encourage people who maybe aren't soccer fans to give it a
show
try.
up and
Show
come.
up, come out. I'm sure if you bring your friends that don't understand soccer and you do, I'm sure that they would love to ask you questions and you could tell them all about it.
Tell them to put their earbuds in and listen to us.
That's
We'll
true.
explain it to them
That's
as we
true.
go.
We will explain it. So we try our best to explain what's going on, not only on the field but tactically. What we're seeing, a really strong Jacksonville team here, and they do a lot of things very well. And it's
Yeah,
our job as commentators to fill you in on what's going on.
Yeah, when you look at the game as a person who doesn't watch soccer and you wonder, hey, how come they don't use their hands when the ball comes to them and catch the ball? It'd be so much easier. That's against the rules. You can't do that. You have to play this game with your feet. Only the goalkeeper can use his hands and only inside of the goalkeeper's box. So you'll learn all kinds of wonderful information.
We've got a little over 5 minutes here before the boys take on the Trinity Tigers. I'm going to try to get a roster real quick, so I will be back in just a moment, and we'll get things rocking and rolling here for
Before he
the
leaves
boys
me on,
game.
Ryan's going to...
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to the historic Tomato Bowl for the second half of tonight's district doubleheader here on JISD Live. I'm Brian Travis, class of 2014, and I'm joined once again by Paul Travis, JHS class of 1994. Tonight's district matchup pits your Jacksonville Fighting Indians against the Trinity Tigers. Trinity comes into tonight's game with an overall record of 2-8-2 and 0-3 in district. The Hornets are scoring less than 1 goal per game while allowing just shy of 4 goals per game. They're currently on a 4-game losing streak and most recently lost to Crockett last Friday 6-1. Will say, though, one of my friends from college is the head coach for this Trinity team, and he posted a couple weeks ago that Trinity in a tournament had their first 2 wins in program history. So that's exciting for this Trinity team. It's a young program. They don't quite have the history that this Jacksonville boys program does, but exciting for them nonetheless. Jacksonville is back home tonight after a 5-0 win over Crockett on Tuesday on the road. The Indians come into tonight's game with an overall record of 10-3-1 and 4-0 in district. They average just over 3 goals per game while allowing less than 1. Jacksonville is currently on a 4-game win streak and look to extend that further tonight against this Trinity squad. Now let's take a look at the season schedule. Jacksonville has opened district with a string of wins and have looked like the team to beat, as this team has scored 22 goals and allowed only 1 so far in district. The Indians look to continue their excellent form tonight against a Trinity team that recently picked up their first wins in program history. Next week, Jacksonville heads to Dieball on Tuesday and then returns home on Tuesday the 20th for a big...
Cornelius Cuton, teacher of AP Pre-Cal, Honors History, and avid dog lover. Who let the dog out? Cuton did.
Oh, my gosh. Next week, Jacksonville heads to Dieball on Tuesday and then returns home on Tuesday the 20th for a big matchup against Palestine. This Indians team does have a bye. I'm not sure if that's just for them or the entire district, but there is an off day on Friday next week. Quickly taking a look at the district standings. Jacksonville sits alone in the top spot in the district race after Palestine's loss last Friday to Madisonville 3-2. The week of the 20th will be 2 big games for Jacksonville, as they will need to defeat Palestine and Madisonville to cement themselves in the top spot in district play. Once again, if you can, come support your Indians in person at the historic Tomato Bowl for those games and watch some of the top teams in Texas battle it out with playoff implications on the line. Once again, thank you for joining us here tonight on JISD Live, and in just a moment, we will get our player introductions. I think they might happen, they might not. If they do happen, they'll come from Mr. Grant Haney, who does an excellent job. Coach Cuton got a shout out as Coach of the Week, I think is what he said.
Coach of the night.
Coach of the night.
Coach of the game.
Apparently, he also let the dogs out.
The first half, he'll be. It looks like we may. Players are lining up, so they may have a little call out the name of the players on this one. They're doing a coin toss right now, so.
Yeah, captains tonight for Jacksonville. We have number 4, Jordan Cabrera. Number 88, Davey Smith. Davey wearing purple tonight. We've seen him in pink quite a few times this season.
It looks very similar to the blue from up here. So I know it's a shade different, but it is very, very similar to the blue. So,
yeah, Davey in purple tonight. Interesting to say the least. And then Jonathan Frias, the other captain for Jacksonville, here tonight. And it looks like we are going to get player introductions. So we will send it up to Grant Haney for your player introductions and the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's matchup between the Trinity Tigers and your Jacksonville Indians. Let's first meet the Tigers from Trinity. Number 1, Keodrick Spielman. Number 2, Justin Guerrero. Number 3, Eleazar Laranga. Number 4, Emmanuel Serta. Number 5, Jason Price. Number 7, Randy Arnold. Number 9, Daniel Sanchez. Number 10, Julio Arate. Number 13, Saul Laranga. Number 14, David McKendry. Number 15, Craig Bass. Number 20, Alan Bravo. And now for your fighting Indians. Number 1, Sebastian Juarez. Number 3, Cole Killingsworth. Number 4, Jordan Cabrera. Number 5, Christian Juarez. Number 6, Gerardo Arredondo. Number 7, Armando Lara. Number 8, Jack Torres. Number 9, Brian Torres. Number 10, Chris Cardenas. Number 11, Jonathan Frias. Number 12, Davian Tavera. Number 13, Yair Balderas. Number 14, Juan Lopez. Number 16, Jacob Gonzalez. Number 17, Johan Rangel. Number 18, Clubber Salazar. Number 19, Ethan Nava. Number 21, Axel Ramirez. Number 88, Davey Smith. And number 98, Gustavo Arellano. And now, please rise, gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Looks like we're... Now I can hear me. Ah, there we go. Had to turn the knob up just a little bit. So, all right, the getting ready is almost up, Ryan. We're in the final moments of preparation for the soccer game tonight. We have had the team warm-up. We've had the talk from the coach. We've had the call-out for the players. We've had the national anthem. One last little deal to get everybody ready to get out on the field and play some soccer tonight. So we should have an interesting match here. This will be a little, at least tonight for Trinity, for the boys, they're going to have a full 11 on the field. They do have some substitutes. So, Jacksonville, obviously, I think, looks like they've got about twice as many people. See what we've got here for our starting group. Looks like a pretty normal group of starters for it. Like you said, the goalkeeper's going to be in purple. Let's get together one more time before we get out there. Don't, not just yet. One more. So good thing the referees aren't in any hurry. So, yeah, it looks like Jacksonville's going to start off. They've got the kickoff tonight. I saw in the opening when the official did the coin toss, Trinity was the one that picked that said they wanted to go to the south end zone. I guess that feels good to them. And Jacksonville was going to take the kickoff this half. So, see Sebastian steps up here, kickoff. Looks like he's going to.
Sebastian Juarez set to get this game underway for Jacksonville. Quickly gets it back to Chris Cardenas. Now over to Christian Juarez. Killingsworth inside to Juarez. Now over to Sebastian. Sebastian plays this one inside, finds Chris.
We definitely got numbers on this side of the field, Ryan.
We do lots of players here on this near sideline for Jacksonville.
Good keep in by Cole.
Cole going to send this one across, trying to find Jacob Gonzalez. Keeper comes out, makes the save. Keodrick Spillman in goal tonight for Trinity. Good move there. Able to beat the defender from Christian Juarez. Trying to find Sebastian. This one cleared away by McKendry. Nava going to switch the field here over to Yair. Gets this quickly inside for Arredondo. Now Cabrera going to play this one back for Davey. Inside to Nava. And Nava almost lost the ball, able to
aggressive defense by Trinity. So
find Rangel. Now to Killingsworth down the sideline. Sebastian trying to cut that one inside, and Trinity going to play it out for a throw-in. Almost a corner. Really close down here to the corner flag. Killingsworth going to throw it in for Jacksonville. Takes a deflection off Trinity. Now popped up in the air by Trinity. Chris Cardenas sends this one back towards the top of the box. Trinity able to clear it out of the box, but not out of danger. Christian Juarez hits this one across the top of the 18, trying to find Jacob Gonzalez on a run. Juarez able to find Gonzalez, going to take a shot from distance, takes a deflection, now out for a Trinity goal kick. Actually, out for a corner for Jacksonville.
We definitely have numbers in the box for this.
High cross played in off the corner. Gonzalez gets a foot to it over the goal.
Not a bad hit from an awkward position. I don't think that was exactly where he was wanting to put that corner kick initially. Kind of got it a little high in the box. Typically, you want to try and keep that thing definitely inside the penalty mark. So
Gonzalez finds Christian Juarez. Now over to Cole. Killingsworth makes the run down the right side, gets the cross in. Goes through the legs of Trinity defender and off the chest of Gonzalez, out for a goal kick.
That's a good cross by Cole. Good job taking that player on 1v1. He just made a quick move and went down and then sent the ball across.
Ball played forward, finds the foot of Arredondo. Some good passing from him and Yair on the far side. Trinity able to clear this one out of bounds, so Jacksonville will have a throw.
Yeah, some of these nights we talk about their formations and discussing it. In some of these where we're just going to camp out in the attacking third the
Christian
whole time.
Juarez takes a shot from distance.
That was a good
That one
shot.
deflected over the crossbar by Spillman.
Yeah, you look at these, Ryan, and sometimes you're saying, like, what formation they run. When we just camp out in the attacking third, we're just, I mean, it's just stacked up with people in attack. You know, it's kind of hard. We got 3 players that are holding back at midfield right now, and for this corner kick, and everybody else is in attack, in deep. So, see if we can get this ball in front of the goal this time. Better
Good cross
corner.
comes in.
Good chance. Oh,
Shot from Killingsworth. Takes a deflection, and Christian Juarez able to finish for Jacksonville.
that's one of those we like to talk about when it hits up the shot. I don't know which player hit it, puts it in on target,
Goal by number 5,
keeps the ball
Christian
low,
Juarez.
and then it's just going to rebound back in front of the goal for a Jacksonville player to go in there and clean that up.
Yeah.
That's just some really good soccer to see him hit the ball and keep it low like that.
Trinity going to get us back into play. That one a little too far out in front of Sebastian, able to intercept that pass. Killingsworth now sends this back to Rangel. Back to Davey.
Trinity with some
Davey.
high press going.
Going to take a turn, find Rangel, trying to find Nava. Nava able to get a foot to it, finds Arredondo.
He's going to split that.
Sends this one over the top. Sebastian Juarez in pursuit, gets inside the 18, takes a shot wide right.
Yeah, you can see that one coming. That's the, when Trinity decides they want to go up and press high like that, they risk having that.
Oh, I thought I got a replay, but I've still got one from last week. I was trying to get a highlight there and show the ball played through and the run that Sebastian was able to make, but I don't know, maybe my button didn't work. Sebastian inside to Jacob. Jacob Gonzalez now hits this one low across the goal. Spillman able to dive on it for Trinity. Yair wins it, finds Arredondo off the punt. Ball goes out for a goal kick. Ball played forward, headed by Chris Cardenas. Nava off of his chest finds Yair. Chris with a good pass connects with Arredondo. Now back to Nava. Nava finds Chris Cardenas. A good movement here by Jacksonville, trying to spread Trinity out, playing some pretty high pressure. Killingsworth gets it. Gets inside the 18, sends a cross in, finds Gonzalez. Really good play there from Cole, able to send that ball in, gets it through everybody.
16,
And
Jacob
Gonzalez was on the back post for Jacksonville. Take another look at this. Good ball played forward for Cole to run onto. Good tackle by Trinity. Able to almost dispossess him, but a really good job from Cole turning, playing that ball across, and finding Gonzalez on the back post. Trinity gets us back underway. Jacksonville now leads 2-0. Less than 8 minutes into this game. Gonzalez comes back, wins it for Jacksonville. Chris Cardenas now over to Arredondo. Going to play it back for Yair. Lots of space on this near side right now for Jacksonville. Nava going to send it over, find Killingsworth. Cole cuts it back inside, plays it back for Rangel. Now over to Cabrera. Yair inside for Nava. Good move by Nava, able to split the defenders, finds Cole. Cole making a good run down the right side, cuts it inside a little bit. Now going to find Sebastian out wide. Sebastian sends this ball across. Really strong header there from Jacob Gonzalez, but a really good save by Spillman. We've seen a couple of those really pretty balls played across. Jacob Gonzalez able to get a powerful header on him. Got a good, powerful header on that one, but unable to get it past Spillman. Yair trying to send this one in, deflected up in the air off the head of a Trinity player, out of bounds. Yeah, you're going to step over, throw this one in for Jacksonville. Long throw in, almost made it to the penalty spot. Gonzalez able to win it back off the header from Trinity. Trinity gets it back inside their box. Pass finds Arredondo. Gonzalez takes a shot off the crossbar. Still there for Jacksonville. Good save from Spillman. Able to get his hands in front of the shot from Sebastian Juarez. Killingsworth comes up, tries to get across. Little too far there from Cole. Yair able to keep it in on the far side. Sends the cross back in, deflected out by Trinity. So Jacksonville will have a corner. Big sequence there from multiple Jacksonville players. Cross going to come in now off the corner. Referee stops play. So we're going to retake the corner. Yair Balderas comes off. Jack Torres goes in for Jacksonville. Kind of unusual there. Normally you cannot sub on corner kicks. So not entirely sure. We do have someone sitting right in front of our mic talking. I was trying to see if I could listen in on the conversation here between Coach Jaramillo and the referee. Looks like they're having a discussion about Yair's studs, maybe. Coach Jaramillo is going to get a yellow card. I guess Yair's maybe got some metal studs. I'm not sure you can wear metal studs in high school soccer, so that could be the case. That was kind of a odd situation.
Yeah, I'm sure they're the same shoes he's been wearing every game.
Nobody's saying that. I would think tonight, so. Yeah.
Of course, this is the deal. We've got referees. These are not our normal referees. We've had, a lot of times kind of get similar referees game after game after game, and these are guys are a little bit different. But
low cross played in. On goal from Sebastian Juarez. Keeper deflects it away. Trinity able to save it once again. Finally able to clear it out of the box. Rangel plays this forward for Christian Juarez. Christian sends this back to Nava. Nava now going to switch the field. Has Torres on the sideline. Torres able to win it back. Kind of a hard touch from him, but gets it back, sends the cross in. Trinity deflects it out of bounds. So Jacksonville will have another corner.
Somebody's talking about this guy's cleats, and maybe he's got metal spikes on. Not spikes necessarily, but metal studs is what it would be. Playing on the turf, you can do this with you can do this with just turf shoes with little knobs on them. So they don't ever play on grass here. So
Trinity able to clear it away off the corner. Arredondo comes down with it for Jacksonville. Going to take a shot from distance. This one high and right. Out for a Trinity goal kick.
Tonight's Tomato Bowl Train brought to you by
Gonzalez wins the header off the goal kick. Chris sends this back to Cole. Killingsworth down the right sideline once again, able to keep it in, trying to beat it to the corner, sends this ball in, makes its way back out for a throw. Maybe?
It's still
It was really tough to tell there if that went out for a throw. It looks like it is going to be a Jacksonville corner.
what?
Quickly played in, finds Chris Cardenas. Chris going to take a shot, deflected away by Trinity. Now Chris trying to send this one in, deflected out.
Trinity's basically just setting a wall in front of their goal.
They are.
We've had so many shots hit off of defenders tonight. I joked around about what formation we're running right now. Trinity is running a wall of players in front of their goal.
Yeah,
so.
they have switched their defensive mode on FIFA to park the bus.
Park the bus.
Yeah, have you ever played FIFA, Paul? You can change your tactics. You can go like all out attack, or you can go park the bus, and park the bus just drops everybody back.
I mean, I understand what park the bus is, but no, I've never played FIFA. So.
You're missing out. Arredondo sends this back to Nava. Nava going to play it back to Cabrera. Cabrera steps up, plays this inside to Arredondo. Now over to Christian.
Yeah.
Out wide for Torres. Torres sends the cross in, headed away by Trinity. Makes its way back to Sebastian. Just high and right from Sebastian Juarez. So Trinity will have another goal kick. Jacksonville with lots of pressure, lots of possession so far here at the beginning of the game. 25 minutes remaining. Jacksonville leads 2-0 and has controlled the game very easily so far.
I was a little surprised he didn't blow the whistle faster on that one. So it wasn't anything dramatic, but going up for the ball, he just kind of bumped him in the back. So
Trinity gets a free kick. This ball played forward, headed into the air, now makes its way across the middle of the field. Cabrera steps up, wins it for Jacksonville. Now over to Killingsworth. Cole with lots of room to run. Gets it inside, now cleared out by Sanchez. Jacksonville will have another throw in. Cole Killingsworth going to step up, throw this one in. Long throw, finds Sebastian inside the 18. Juarez takes a shot, deflected away by Spillman. Should have been keeping up with Spillman's saves tonight.
I mean,
there's been several from the defensive line as well, but he's
had a bunch.
Saved several so far.
And the good saves, too. It's not like it just kind of bounces off. Mike, he made an athletic goalkeeper play to save that. I was just going to make a comment that right now, I mean, that ball goes by the post by about maybe he's 2 feet wide. We're 2-0 with 23 minutes left in the half. It could be 10-0 with the number of shots Jacksonville's had at this point. But we've had a lot of saves by the goalkeeper, and the defenders have been back there and blocked shots. So it has been all attack by Jacksonville for the first 15 minutes of the game, that's for sure.
Trinity going to send this one forward, trying to find Jason Price. Torres wins it back for Jacksonville. Cabrera finds Nava. Cabrera now going to send this back to Davey. Cabrera now finds Arredondo, looking across the field, trying to find Cole in a run. Christian Juarez gets it off the Trinity deflection. Now trying to find Torres, making a run down the left side. Trinity able to send this one back forward. Juarez now wins the ball back for Jacksonville, finds Arredondo. Ball makes its way inside. Sebastian Juarez turns, finds Chris Cardenas. Chris takes a shot, deflected away by Trinity. Sebastian now takes a shot and deflected out of bounds. So Jacksonville will have another corner.
I mean, Trinity's defense is hustling to get back on some of these. I mean, this is a well-played ball in there for Christian, but he's got 3 defenders that just hustle back and get in between him and the goal.
Good cross played in. Gonzalez gets ahead to it. Now cleared upfield by Trinity. Nava's header finds Price. Gerardo able to send this back to Cabrera. Now forward for Jack Torres. Torres plays that one a little behind the feet of Gonzalez. Cleared away by Trinity. Jacksonville quickly wins it back. Cabrera sends this back to Davey. Price in pursuit for Trinity. Not able to get there. Nava plays this one across to Cabrera. Forward for Torres. Torres with a good pass trying to find Sebastian. Cleared away by David McKendry. Gerardo now trying to find Cole on a run.
This is one of those nights where Trinity's clearing the ball, but clearing it directly to a Jacksonville player, and they can't get any relief hardly. A couple of substitutions coming on for Jacksonville.
Gerardo Arredondo going to come off. Davian Tavera goes in, as well as Jonathan Frias. Christian Juarez also coming out for Jacksonville. Throw-in goes over the head of Chris Cardenas, able to pop it up in the air off the header from Trinity. Finds Nava. Nava going to send this one across for Torres. Torres plays this one back for Tavera. Tavera inside to Gonzalez. Makes a good move. Spillman comes out, makes the save.
I mean, this guy's all over it. He's way out now. He stretched himself out on trying to get to a second ball on that one, but he definitely came out and closed down Jacob. So some well-done goalkeeping, and they've definitely needed it.
Killingsworth sends this one in. Gonzalez gets ahead to it. Spillman comes up with the save.
Again,
Punt.
collected
Not
by
really
Jackson.
to anybody.
To Cole. I mean,
Yeah, it was basically directly to Cole.
So he's on.
Sebastian sends this
he's
one
gonna
forward,
back on
finds
it now.
Gonzalez, and he slots it in for Jacksonville.
Ending goal by number 16, Jacob
that was a good-
Gonzalez, giving him a brace for tonight.
That was a good pass right up the seam. So Jacob did a good job
Yeah, we'll take
finishing it off.
another look at it here. Ball played across to Sebastian. Really good ball. Just a really well played through ball there from Sebastian. And Jacob has a nose for the goal. We've seen him score a lot of goals, and when he's in a one-on-one situation like that, more often than not, he finds a way to put it in. Trinity trying to work it around the back line. Pass finds Chris Cardenas. Going to take a shot from way out. Wide
shot.
left.
A good shot, though. He
Good
may
shot.
be 35 out, but it's a good shot. So, did I put the score up yet?
They have not. Grant's going to regret texting me the roster because now I have his phone number. Grant Haney doing the PA announcer duties tonight, and he's also keeping up with the scoreboard. So he's in charge of starting and stopping the clock. He's in charge of dangerous play there from Trinity.
Don't score on yourself.
Almost mishandling it. Also in charge of keeping score. So they did not
No,
add a
there's three.
third goal, so I just sent him a text. And
You may get a shout out,
Now
too.
we got 3-0.
And you may get a shout out later. So,
I might. Torres plays this one across the top of the box. Deflected away by Trinity.
Cole
Killingsworth
shoots
takes
it
a shot
low
from
and
distance
hard.
off the hands of Spillman. Still trying to get to it. Sebastian Juarez trying to win it for Jacksonville. Trinity able to play it out for a throw.
here's another good example of just a good low, hard shot. Puts it back in front of the goal. So Sebastian almost capitalized on it. So
Yeah, throw in finds Tavera, takes a shot. That one wide left. 17:20 remaining in the first half. Jacksonville leads 3-0, but have had all of the pressure in the first half.
you know, we talk about the shot being low and hard, net ball playing back. Davies getting into the game a little bit here. In these games when we're going to be dominant like this and win, and we're already up 3-0, just completely dominating possession. We can talk about it, but it's not going to make a difference in the game.
Gonzalez takes a shot from distance. That one high and left.
But we get into the playoffs, and we're playing teams that we're going to have close matches with. Those are the difference in winning a game and not winning a game, is whether you kept a shot low and hard and it played back in front of the goal, and somebody's in there to capitalize on it. So it's one of those deals like, at this point in the season.
Low shot from Gonzalez.
Good shot, finding the corner
inside
on that one.
the left post.
You could see that one coming. Trinity did not put enough pressure on him inside the box and gave him an opportunity to take a shot.
Indian goal by number 16.
Multiple
Jacob
subs coming
Gonzalez,
in now
giving a
for
hat
Jacksonville.
trick for
Take
tonight.
another look at the goal. Trinity trying to clear it away. Kind of works back. Gonzalez comes over, wins the ball, and then across his body hits it low and inside the left post.
Yeah, really good shot finding the corner of the goal. There's nothing goalkeeper do about saving that one.
And Colt McCoy. Yes, fans, Texas is back.
What did he say?
I'm not entirely sure.
Oh. Is he a Texas fan? I think
he is.
He's a Texas fan. What are we doing now? What is it done here?
I'm not entirely sure what is going on. It looks like someone maybe going to the locker room. I don't know if there was an issue with someone else's cleats.
That's a non-player. The kid doesn't have on a jersey.
Well, I know. I think Rudy may have sent him to the locker room to grab something. So
okay. Rudy can't get another yellow card for.
I know.
Not that's,
I know that would not be good for him.
That'll be an ejection. So
ball played forward.
Oh, good
Gonzalez
pass.
with a good cross. Tavera not able to connect.
That was a really good play. It didn't work out for him, but it was a good play. I'll give Jacob props for that one because, normally Jacob's going to the goal, but, unselfishly he turns around, and Trinity's done a good job setting that wall up in front of him, and he read that and passed that ball back and created an opportunity. So
Killingsworth wins it back for Jacksonville, trying to find Christian Juarez. Christian with a good move, able to beat the defender, find Sebastian with some space. Sebastian plays this one across the face of the goal, just wide left.
Jacob!
Yeah, he's got Sebastian playing there in the middle like that, and when those outside two backs come up to pressure the ball, I think that's what they're using as their cue for when to play that ball. Is he's watching those two backs, and when they step to the ball, then it frees up a bunch of space in behind them, and Sebastian's able to step in there and take advantage of it and they play that ball right through that seam, and then he's got nobody except for the goalkeeper to beat at the end. But I'm pretty sure that's what he's trying to do is that's the cue he's using is as soon as those two defenders step up, then he wants them. That cues the player with the ball to make the pass in the attack, and it cues Sebastian to make that run in behind. So
I did get confirmation from Coach Alvarez that Yair did have metal studs on his cleats, so that was what the card was for.
So he doesn't get a card for that. The coach gets a card.
I think so.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware, yes. I mean, the referee clearly showed it to Coach Harmia.
Yeah.
So as far as I know, as the coach, you're supposed to make sure that your guys have on all the correct equipment before they take the field. And so in that situation, I believe Coach Harmio is shown the yellow card and not the player in that situation. So Christian Juarez takes a shot from outside the box, wide left. So another goal kick for Trinity.
Well, Coach Harmio was really patient with it. He seemed like he just kind of talked to the player and took it. So
good ball played wide here for Salazar.
1-2, he's not offsides. That's a tricky deal. You play that 1-2 in that position, you get caught offsides a lot of times. So
Yep, good to see Armando Lara back on the field tonight. He's missed a couple games, I believe, due to an illness, so good to see him back. Sebastian able to intercept that ball. Tavera takes a shot from distance, that one wide left. Ball takes a deflection off of Trinity from the goal kick. Sebastian with a little lift here trying to find Armando Lara. Lara takes a shot off the volley, high, over the goal, out of bounds for a Trinity goal kick. Got about 10.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Jacksonville still leading 4-0. Spillman's had some big saves in goal so far for Trinity. Armando Lara now with the ball. Finds Salazar, gets the cross in. Trinity has some players there. No one really on the back post for Jacksonville. Trinity able to clear this one away, but Jacksonville able to win it back. Ramirez sends this back. Torres now going to play it across for Lopez. Now over to Killingsworth. Going to push it down the right sideline. Cole looks inside for Sebastian, continues his run, gets the cross off. A little too far out in front of his attackers and out for a goal kick. Trinity takes the goal kick. Axel Ramirez wins it for Jacksonville. Lara now looking for Salazar, actually for Tavera down the far side.
Oh. Off of Jacksonville, apparently.
Off of Jacksonville, Trinity will have the throw.
Jacksonville's had almost every throw in. Trinity's cleared the ball when it goes out of bounds. Jacksonville's had almost every throw in.
Lara finds Ramirez. Axel going to cut this one back. Good run here down the far side from Salazar. Ball goes out for a Jacksonville corner. Cleaver Salazar going to step over and take the corner for Jacksonville. Actually, now he's going to leave it. Christian Juarez going to step over to play this ball across for Jacksonville. Good outswinging ball, finds the foot of Brian Torres, unable to connect on it. Trinity plays it forward. Now Jacksonville quickly wins it back. Killingsworth now with the ball on the near side. Good move there from Juarez, just leading him a little too far.
Yeah, a little creative play there.
Throw in over the head. Killingsworth able to win it back. Nava takes a shot from distance. That one's wide right.
If they don't step up and pressure those players like Ethan, he's going to shoot the ball. So, I mean, he has a legitimate shooting chance when he has green field in front of him like that. I mean, it's a longer shot, but it's not an unreachable shot for sure.
Yeah.
And if Trinity doesn't, and a handball. Trinity, if they don't step and move to put pressure and close that space down, they just leave green field in front of him like that, he is going to shoot the ball. You just kind of watch that one. I'm like, oh, he's going to shoot it. He's going to. Oh, yeah.
Ball goes out for a Jacksonville throw. Cole going to step over and throw this one in for the Indians. Gets it inside to Lara. Sebastian takes a shot from distance. Saved by Spillman.
Yeah, basically he was on that one. Sebastian's got a good hard shot. he's basically flat-footed when he turned to play that ball. Oh, my, we're going to have a little mishandling.
Trinity tries to play this one across. Brian Torres trying to win it back for the Indians. Going to play it back to Davey. Davey now over to Lopez. Lopez finds Killingsworth making a run down the right side once again. Cole going to turn this one back, find Nava. Nava, Killingsworth, now back to Lopez. Davey sends this ball forward down the left side for Salazar. Salazar forward for Lara. Lara making a run, has Salazar inside the 18, trying to get a cross off. Trinity able to slide, prevent the cross, and then play it out for a Jacksonville throw.
We've talked about it before, but, Davey does such a good job from the back of hitting that pass. I mean, he's on the near side of the field, spots the player on the far side of the field. There's a shot.
Sebastian takes a shot straight into the hands of Keodrick Spillman.
He had good power on it for a shot. He really kind of just had to turn and hit. So
Lopez over to Killingsworth. Forward for Christian Juarez. Christian with lots of space. Makes a good move, plays this one low across, finds Sebastian, and Jacksonville makes it 5-0 with just over 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Take another look
Indian goal by number 1,
at the
Sebastian
goal.
Juarez.
Really good run here from Christian Juarez, able to make a good move, find him some space, and then plays a low cross to Sebastian, who's wide open. And Sebastian right in front of the goal.
Right in front of the goal, right in the mouth of the goal. But it's created by that decision he makes to go in. I mean, there's space, but he created that space. He takes that step inside and then moves the ball outside. And when he did it, it just left a big void there and all gave him room to move in there. So
Lara finds Sebastian. Now forward for Tavera. Tavera trying to find some space. Trinity with numbers inside the 18. Finds Killingsworth. Cole not able to control that one, keep it inbound, so it goes out for a Trinity goal kick.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about how, Jacksonville likes to attack using the width of the field and create space. I mean, the coaches will talk to players about with the space that's on the field. When you're attacking and you can get the ball into space, space gives you time, and then time gives you an opportunity to find opportunities. So whether that means move the ball and make a good pass to somebody or take a shot. But, yeah, when you can get the ball into space, space equals time, and time equals opportunities.
Christian makes a great move, left-footed shot.
Hard shot, left-footed.
High, hits the crossbar of the uprights, so it will go out for a Trinity goal kick.
Yes, on the last goal, you could see when he makes that move and steps to the outside of the defenders and opens up all that space behind him, he's got time. Nobody's on him to put pressure on him, and his decision is to play that ball back right in front to a waiting player right in the mouth of the goal. But it's his movement that creates it, but then it gives him that opportunity to play just a really well-played ball.
Yeah, and he also did a good job kind of working towards the middle and dragging those Trinity defenders over with him.
You've seen that several times tonight. It's how they'll use the ball movement to pull defenders out of place. So yeah, Trinity's putting a lot of pressure trying to defend. That was some – we're going to get another deflected.
Oh, beautiful shot, Axel.
Axel's shot goes over, takes a deflection, though, so that will go out for a Jacksonville corner. Got about 2 minutes remaining here in the game. Looks like the junior varsity basketball currently in overtime with Hudson 50-50 with 1:10 left.
We had a thought about a bicycle kick there, Ryan. Who's number 12?
Davian Tavera.
Tavera, yeah. He had a thought about a bicycle kick there for a second. So.
Ball played forward by Trinity. Sebastian able to come up with it for Jacksonville. Good move there by Sebastian. Takes a shot from distance and a
Good
great save from Spillman.
Yeah, we talk about those balls that go under the bar. Spillman just got up and saved one that would have been under the bar. So
Christian Juarez shot over the crossbar. Yeah, we've seen some good goalkeeper play here so far from Keodrick Spillman.
Right there, Ethan. Hold Axel.
Long ball played forward. Tavera heads it. Lara flicks it on, finds Axel. Ramirez with a good move, finds some space, takes a shot, wide right. If I were Keodrick Spillman right now, I would take as much time as I can. There's 30 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yeah, I would not be in a hurry to put the ball back down. So. Yeah, he can't get any relief. I mean, this ball's going to get won by Jacksonville again. Played right back down. We got 11 seconds left. There's a good chance he's going to have a shot coming at him. Yep. So
Lara takes a shot. Spillman makes the save. 2 seconds here remaining in the first half. Spillman going to take this one to halftime. So at the half, Jacksonville leads Trinity 5-0. Some really good play from Jacksonville. Just really dominated possession. Most of the first half was actually basically all of the first half was spent on Trinity's end of the field. They did have 1 or 2 opportunities where they were able to cross midfield, and Jacksonville's defense is just really strong, able to kind of thwart that attack pretty quickly. Would like to remind you that coming up on JISD Live, boys basketball versus Hudson will be taking place momentarily. I believe the junior varsity is still in overtime, so that broadcast is already live, but it will come your way momentarily from John Alexander Gymnasium with Mr. Lee Traylor. I'll be joining him at the conclusion of this game. And then Tuesday, February 20th, we have boys soccer versus Palestine here in the historic Tomato Bowl. You can make it out for that game in person. I definitely recommend coming to the Tomato Bowl and supporting your Indians in person. We also have boys soccer versus Madisonville on the 23rd at 6:30, and then we see the girls back versus Westwood on the 27th, and they will also be at home on Friday, March 1st, as they take on the Hudson Lady Hornets. Take a look here. Looks like overtime. Jacksonville and Hudson still tied 52-52. So we'll step away for a few minutes and let you get all the sights and sounds from John Alexander Gymnasium.
Against Trinity from the historic Tomato Bowl. Huge thanks to Swanson Trailer, the student volunteers of JISD Live, and Ryan Travis for the commentary, for bringing tonight's varsity soccer action to you on JISD Live. Jacksonville with the ball. Shot up, no good. End of overtime. We are tied. Looks like we're going to have another 3-minute period here. So a second overtime. Exciting junior varsity action here from John Alexander Gymnasium tonight. set to tip off for the second overtime period of your JV game here tonight. Jacksonville wins the tip and brings it ahead. Able to finish at the basket and one opportunity. Free throw up, no good. Rebound, Jacksonville. Out of bounds off Jacksonville. Hudson set to take over. 2:30 remaining here in this second overtime period. And Hudson retains possession. So they're set to inbound right in front of the Jacksonville bench. And then off Hudson, not able to control the inbound pass. Jacksonville takes over possession underneath the Hudson basket. Great inbound play. Jacksonville with a 4-point lead here in this second overtime. Hudson looking for a shot, trying to get it inside, and foul called. .220 remaining here in the second overtime of your JV game tonight. Hudson at the line, cuts this to a 3-point Jacksonville lead. Second free throw up, no good. Rebound Hudson, but good defense from Jacksonville under the basket, able to force the turnover, and now Jacksonville brings it past half court. Jacksonville fouled at the basket. They'll head to the line. 2:06 remaining in the second overtime. And Jacksonville with a 3-point lead, looking to add to it from the free throw line. First is up and in. Second shot is up, no good. Loose ball, Hudson able to control it. Jump ball called. So it looks like they're going to change that ruling to before the jump ball. Hudson timeout. 2 minutes remaining here in this second overtime. Hudson inbounding on their own end of the court. And Jacksonville going for the steal, able to get the deflection, but out of bounds off Jacksonville. Hudson set to re-inbound. Now under 2 minutes remaining in this second overtime period. Contact in the lane, not called as a foul. And then Jacksonville gets the foul call after the tie-up. So Jacksonville at the line with a 4-point lead. First free throw up, no good. Jacksonville makes a couple of substitutions, or a substitution rather. And now second free throw for Jacksonville, trying to push this out to a 5-point lead. Up, no good, but rebound Jacksonville. Putback is good. Jacksonville with a 6-point lead, a minute and a half remaining here in this second overtime period. And Hudson trying to get it past half court. Into the corner, long three attempt is up, no good. Rebound Jacksonville, and Jacksonville on the run. Blocked by Hudson, but out of bounds. Jacksonville will keep possession. Jacksonville inbounding. And gets the layup to fall. Jacksonville 8-point lead. And the
Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl. Second half just kicking off. Exciting junior varsity basketball game in double overtime versus Hudson. It's a little harder to keep up with the district standings for the JV teams, as they don't really keep a good record of those anywhere online that I can find. But Hudson's varsity team currently undefeated in district, so Jacksonville will have their hands full in just a few minutes over at John Alexander Gymnasium.
Chris Cardenas was wide open for that shot, and the
was.
goalkeeper made a good save again. So,
Yep, 61-53. Currently the score in double overtime for the JV. So maybe they can get a big win. Ball played back. Arredondo now with the ball for Jacksonville. Makes a move inside, tries to hit a shot. Lara sends this over for Gonzalez. Jacob with a good move, turns this one out towards the sideline. Christian Juarez now back to Cabrera. Inside to Arredondo. Going to let this one go all the way to Salazar. Takes a shot from distance.
Oh.
And a great goal from Kleber Salazar. Able to take the shot from distance and find the inside of the right post. Take another look at that. Ball comes across. I think there were like three guys that faked that ball. Salazar takes the shot from distance and slots it in.
I mean, he put it right on the post. I think the goalkeeper just thought
it was wide.
Yeah, I thought he thought it was wide because he didn't really make a play for it, and that's rare tonight. He's tried for every shot, and I'm pretty sure he thought that one was wide. So just a really well-placed ball.
Chris going to take the shot from distance and connects. Gets it past the outstretched arm of Keodrick Spillman. And Jacksonville with two quick goals.
Leading goal by number 10, Chris Cardenas.
Makes this 7-0. Take another look there. Chris Cardenas with some good hustle off the kickoff. Able to get it, win it back, and slot it home for Jacksonville. Gonzalez cuts it inside, takes a shot just outside the 18 and just wide left. Ball played in off the goal kick. Christian Juarez with some soft touch there to bring that one down. Cole now on the left side.
I was going to say,
for Jacksonville.
We saw Cole on the near side to us the first half and the near side to us the second half. So I haven't heard anything from Cole's dad during this game, so I don't know. The activity in Longview might have picked up a little bit. So
he did have a laptop, it looked like, sitting watching the game on the dash of the fire truck. So trying to watch games in between calls. Chris Cardenas heads that ball back out of bounds off the throw. I think he was trying to softly touch that ball with his head out and get it back.
Yeah.
Trinity with the throw in. Chris wins the header. Arredondo now with the ball. Trinity able to win it back. Sanchez plays this to the far side. Now working back in defense for Trinity. Trinity now working the ball forward. Finds Arzate. Ball played into the middle.
This is a rare moment of possession that Trinity had.
Gonzalez finds Killingsworth.
Oh.
Cole takes a shot. That one just wide left. But I'm not even sure how Jacob knew that Cole was making a run over there. He had his back to Cole Killingsworth. And
It's a good play.
was really headed across the other side of the field. So I don't know if maybe
and played a well-played ball.
he did. It was really well played. Maybe Cole was yelling at him that he was open over there. Maybe we're unable to hear that from up here in the press box. But, yeah, just a really great play finding Cole in space. Cole really had more time than I think he thought he did to get that shot off. Maybe rushed it a little bit.
He'd probably like to have that one back. So Cole is in making a lot of crosses. He has been, but he hasn't made. What's the discussion out here? I'm not sure what's happening there with some discussion from the referees. So, but Cole's made a lot of crosses. He doesn't take very many shots. So I think he would probably. I think he'd probably like to have that one back because you're right. I don't think he realized quite how much freedom he had. So there was a player coming, but I think he still had more than he realized.
Trinity trying to get some attack here. Guerrero with the ball on the far side. Jacksonville able to win it. Chris Cardenas now comes up with it for Jacksonville. Christian going to play this one back dangerously. Price able to get a foot on it. Easily played back, though, for Cabrera. Finds Cole on the near side.
Yeah, the attack just does not last very long with the swarm of defense Jacksonville puts on them. So when you see one or two players immediately close down space just like that, not give him any room, and then win the ball back. So, and if he makes a pass, there's going to be somebody, one or two players, immediately pressure that ball.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing Cole on the left side now because he is very dominantly right-footed. It's kind of awkward for him, I think, trying to keep the ball in left-footed sometimes. Very effective down the right side, but, I mean, we've seen Yair just do a fantastic job on the left side, so I'm sure with him being out because of the stud issue on his cleats.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see.
You know, the other thing about that, I mean, you get a game here with 7-0 at 30 minutes left in the
try
game.
some things.
Yeah, it gives you a chance to do a little experimenting because you never know when you get into a game and, you know, You need a player to play a position they don't normally play in the playoffs.
Armando Lara gets inside the 18, sends a low cross.
Some fancy dribbling
Cleared
by
away
Armando Lara.
by Trinity. Salazar sends this forward. Christian Juarez takes a shot. Really good shot, just wide left.
Trinity's sitting so far back with their defense, the way they're doing it. They're leaving that space out there above the arch, and these players are just going to hammer that ball from there.
Yeah.
So,
It does look like, I think the Jacksonville JV basketball team did defeat Hudson. They now have senior night festivities taking place at John Alexander Gymnasium. This is the last home basketball game of the season.
oh, there's a negative.
Dangerous ball played in. Just unable to connect. Gonzalez has been, he's just really good with those kind of scenarios. He's wide open. He's got a low pass played in, and
It's a beautiful setup play. I mean, that is one of the things that we look for in a soccer play is when you get the ball deep to the line like that, and then you can play it negative back. It's so hard for the defense. They get caught on the wrong side of the goal, and they aren't in a good position to defend it. And like that, Jacob, we talk about wanting one back. I'm sure he wants that one back. So
yeah, I think
all he had to
9
do
times out of 10, Jacob
Yeah, he's
Gonzalez
scoring
finishes
that
that
one.
one.
He's gonna
and
finish
easily
it.
scores it. So not necessarily uncharacteristic of him. Not the best touch on that shot.
no, but he's had so many chances tonight too.
Yeah.
So
Yes, I think he has a hat trick already.
yeah. But you know what? I mean, we watch these games and we watch pros play. We watch some college games, and they'll make errant passes.
They do all that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do it
it's
too.
no different.
So
It doesn't matter what level you're at.
You're going to see players
You're
that
gonna
they should make them 9 times out of 10 or
Yeah.
99 out of 100. And
They have fail compilations on YouTube for a reason.
yeah, and they kick the ball and it goes over the bar, wide of the post. It's just part of it.
Yeah,
So.
well, and luckily, it's a 7-0 game right now.
Yeah.
It's not 1-1 where it's like, oh, this is the most
difference,
critical.
yeah.
This is the difference in the game. Jacob going to get
Little
another
fire
chance
that
here.
one, though.
Hits a rocket just over the crossbar. Jacksonville is shooting from everywhere right now, though.
We haven't seen that much subs from Coach Armillo tonight, so we've seen a few players come in and change out, but we're definitely – the intent of Jacksonville is to stay on the tack.
Lara finds Gonzalez. Jacob trying to connect with Salazar, making a run.
That's just like about a step off from being awesome.
High ball won by Price. Chris Cardenas able to send this one back Jacksonville's way. Takes a shot from outside the 18, deflected away by Spillman. Chris finds Arredondo. Cross goes in. Shot taken by Lara, deflected away. Really good save there from Trinity. Jacob Gonzalez with a shot from outside the 18, wide right. They'll set up I guess that took a deflection.
we're
So
having
that'll
a
set
corner
up
kick out
a
of this.
corner for Jacksonville.
He's going to take it left-footed and try and swing it in low and hard.
Cleared away
Far away.
by Guerrero. That will go out for a Jacksonville throw on the far side. Juarez throws this one in. Cole gets a
flick.
high flick. Goes out. Trinity goal kick.
Substitution. Trinity's going to sub a player out.
Chris Cardenas wins the header off the goal kick. Armando Lara fighting for possession, able to come up with it for Jacksonville. Now gets this back. Christian Juarez plays this across the top of the 18. Just a little miscommunication there between him and Gonzalez. Cabrera comes up, wins it for Jacksonville. Trying to find Cole. Cole turns this one inside. Takes a shot from distance. Wide right. Yeah, not a ton of subs from Coach Harmio tonight. We saw several in the first half. Not so many so far here in the second. And then I know that there's a couple guys that have been sick. He's had a couple guys that are a little banged up, and so he's trying to give them a break tonight. So that could also attribute a little bit to the lack of substitutions.
I mean, they're playing so well. So, yeah, and there may be several kids that are sick. Stuff's been going around.
Mm-hmm. Arredondo with a shot from distance, high, out of bounds. Trinity goal kick. Armando Lara wins it for Jacksonville. Takes a shot from distance, deflected away by Lopez. Ball comes back to Chris Cardenas. Takes a shot. That one hits the back of Lopez as well.
And another shot.
Shot coming from Torres. Actually, I believe that's from Arredondo. High as well.
I mean, you can see games where there's like 3 or 4 shots the whole game, and we have 3 or 4 shots in a minute.
Yeah, it's been all out attack. Very dominant game from Jacksonville. 25 minutes remaining. Score 7-0, but I mean, you had a number of saves from Spillman. You've had a number of saves from the Trinity defense on the goal line almost back there. So it could very easily be a 15-0 game.
Oh yeah, for sure. Jacksonville's played really well. We were joking around about park the bus. Oh, we're going to be right in front of the goal. And
Gonzalez takes the shot and takes a deflection and hits off the post. So another great goal from Jacob Gonzalez. We need to do a little better job of keeping up with who scored, because I think that's his 4th, maybe 5th. Yeah, Jacob has filled up the scoring sheet tonight.
Yeah, I don't.
Goal by number 16, Jacob Gonzalez.
I've tried to keep the stats on corner kicks and stuff like that, and tonight I didn't even make an effort. So I knew we would have a lot of shots.
Hey, JJ. JJ. Take your space.
Good communication from Jacksonville.
Yeah, I like the Mac setup down there where we can really hear the players talk to each other.
Killingsworth gets inside the box, looking to get a cross off, can't keep it in. Trying to cut it towards the in line and then play a cross in, and unable to keep that one in bounds. Looks like we have had a change of cleats from Yair Balderas, so he will step back into the game, come in for Cole. Brian Torres and Juan Lopez also coming in for Jacksonville. Jordan Cabrera and Johan Rangel also making their way off.
Those look like brand new cleats. I think he just went to Hibet and got some brand new cleats. He's been gone.
Possibly.
He's been out for a little bit. I think he might have run down to Hibet. Got him some brand new cleats. They look sharp from up here, too.
They do. They look good.
They look sharp.
Low shot collected by Spillman. Chris Cardenas with a good move, finds him some space. Now finds Arredondo. Over to Christian Juarez. Christian cuts it in. Good move from Juarez. Gonzalez shields off the defender, gets it over to Yair. Back to Gonzalez. Makes a turn, hits one wide right. Out of bounds. Trinity goal kick.
Christian's move, I had flashbacks from Martin Melkor when he did that. It's like, that looks like a.
Yeah, I told Martin he should come tonight, and we'd have him on, talk to him for a little bit. He was unfortunately busy. I just want to know if he's still the all-time leading goal scorer for Jacksonville. So that's something that I may need to find out so that I can confirm that.
How many goals did he have in his career?
A lot. A lot. I don't know if they kept up with assists, but I had assists on a lot of them. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I know Martin, he had a nose for the goal, and he scored a lot of goals.
Y'all got into a situation where y'all had games where y'all just scored a bunch and the coach didn't slow it. What happened then?
Spillman
What are we yelling about?
punts it into the back
You have a replay on that?
of McKendry, and then comes out, going to be called for the handball because he came out of the box
Oh, he touched
trying
it
to get it.
outside.
So that's that's what the call is. But you heard the punt hit the back of his defender, go straight up in the air, and he was trying to. It came back into the box. He was trying to come up with it and then stepped out. So Jacksonville with a really good free kick opportunity here from outside the 18. And I know it's 8-0, but you want to see Jacksonville put this in the goal because, this might be the difference in a game towards the end of the season.
Yeah, it's a good practice opportunity for him here. Doesn't make a difference in this game tonight, but dang sure could later. And
it's also indirect, I think, because the keeper came out. So
that's
we're
not,
going to get a touch. Brian Torres
it's not indirect.
hits it. Lara's shot over the goal.
If he played it with his hands, it's direct. So I don't know why would they call it indirect. When he moves onto the field and he touches it with his hands, did the referee signal indirect?
I'm pretty sure. He had his hand straight
It's
up in the
a
air.
direct.
That's not a direct.
I know what the call is. But
He
I
had his
also know
hand
what
up in the air like it was an indirect kick.
But I also know what the call is. When he's on the field and he uses his hands, he's a handball the same as another player. I don't know. I'm a licensed USSF referee, not a TASO referee, but I'm pretty sure that rule is the same. So they got a few quirky ones. So, but
Good move from Chris. Yeah, I don't know. The referee had his hand straight up in the air the whole time, so it sure looked like he called it indirect. Whether it should have been or not, I'm pretty sure that's how he called it. Spillman comes out, gets a hand on it. Chris Cardenas gets the ball for Jacksonville.
yeah, speaking of guests, we may have to have Ansu Toure come on here. He's done a bunch of high school soccer games.
He has.
He
Ansu
could
would also be a good one to have on.
Yeah.
Ansu loves to talk. Every time I've been around him, he'll talk to you for hours.
And loves soccer.
He does love soccer, that is for sure. Ansu's in charge of getting our alumni games together every year, and definitely loves the game. Spent many years refereeing all levels. He's done a lot of high school games. He's done a lot of our games in Tyler whenever we were playing in Tyler growing up, and I don't even know. I wonder if he's even kept up with how many games that he's refereed.
There's no way.
It's hundreds.
There's no way. He's refereed so many games. He's done it for, I don't know, as long as I can remember, 30 years anyway. So, longer than that. So, he was refereeing when your dad was in high school. So,
good move here from Jacksonville. Ball comes inside. Ball goes out for a throw. We were speaking about refereeing. I did pull up this graphic that you showed me a minute ago. There is an in-person ref certification that's going to take place on the 17th. It will be on Bolton Street. I'm not entirely sure what flex play means. Maybe you just show up whenever you can between 8 and 11:30. But if you want to be a referee, or you even think you might want to be a referee, that's a good opportunity to come out. There is often a referee shortage. We have 2 referees here tonight. Typically, soccer is officiated by 3. You have 2 linesmen and a head referee in the middle. Professional soccer has actually got 4. They have a 4th official that keeps track of a lot of different things, mostly extra time.
and the VAR.
Well, they do have VAR. Is that the fourth official, or is that a completely separate
Oh,
deal?
what a shot. Right off the bar and then a follow-up header.
Axel able
Wow.
to follow that one up, put it in for Jacksonville.
So I think on the deal with the referees is the fourth official is on the side, and then you have the VAR person, which there are actually two people doing VAR
Knee
now.
goal by number 20, Alvaro de la Luz.
Yeah, so you've got the assistant referees, one on each side. You've got the center referee, and then they have a fourth official. The fourth official is the one that manages like the substitutions and stuff like that, and will communicate with coaches and players during the play of the game on the sideline. But yeah, there's a shortage of referees in all levels, in all sports. Soccer's a good one that, if you want to get some experience refereeing, you only have to be 13.
Gonzalez trying to play this one forward. Trinity able to clear it away.
Ooh, little rough play there. Good call by the official, keeping that under control. Yeah, there's always a shortage of referees. Jacksonville Soccer Association could use some help on Saturdays. Tyler Soccer Association has a shortage of referees. I'm pretty sure if you
Sebastian
go
takes a shot, collected by Spillman.
to any association right now, there you need referees. So if you're in the Jacksonville area and you're thinking about being a referee, something you might be interested in.
Or maybe you're watching this and you have kids that you
Yes.
think might maybe you just want to put them out there on a Saturday and watch them.
It's almost all high school students that are doing the referee
Yeah.
in the youth leagues, and they could use some adults. So if you would, they'd really appreciate it if you went out there and did it. The class now is a half online, half in person, I believe is what they're doing. So it only takes that's a handball by Jacob, just an incidental bump.
Yeah.
Bob took a funny
Took a weird
bounce
hop
and
off of
hit
his
him-
foot, hit him in the hands. Handball going to be called. That'll set up a Trinity free kick. But yeah, shortage of referees. They need everybody they can get right now, kind of at all levels. But the Jacksonville Soccer Association is one of the reasons why that we have such a great soccer program here. You've got kids that grow up playing the game, and in order to continue that, you have to have referees, or you can't really play. So if you're interested, it's a good opportunity. Really good ball played in. Sebastian finishes for Jacksonville, so that puts Jacksonville in the double digits in the boys game as well. 10-0 now, score less than 15 minutes remaining. Take another look at that play.
Correction on that previous goal. That was scored by number 21.
Good play.
Axel Ramirez.
Good ball played through, and Sebastian, good anticipation, waiting until that ball's played to start his run. Able to maintain his onside position, sticking with that last defender, and then a really good finish past the hands of Spillman. Trinity going to get this back into play. 14 minutes remaining in the game. Tavera steps up, wins the ball, finds Sebastian. Sebastian turns, trying to get past a couple defenders. Trinity breaks up the pass. Ball played high in the air. Tavera trying to win it. Sebastian gets a foot to it, and Spillman with the save.
Oh, he cannot get a break. So Jacksonville's they play the ball out. Trinity plays the ball out, and it just comes right back. So
Good move by Axel, able to play it between the legs of the defender. Still trying to maintain possession. Trinity able to play it out of bounds for a Jacksonville throw. Jacob Gonzalez gets it, takes a shot from distance. Now cleared away by Trinity, out of bounds. Jacksonville with a throw on the far side. Throw comes into Chris Cardenas. Now going to play it across for Nava. Ethan plays this across to Yair. Inside for Gonzalez, lets it go, finds Chris. Back out to Yair. Inside to Chris. Good move from Chris Cardenas. Finds Nava. Salazar plays this back for Torres. Now inside for Gonzalez. Back out to Salazar. Axel Ramirez. A little feint. Salazar going to try to send this one across, blocked by Trinity, and then cleared out for a corner. Actually, it looks like they're going to say that took a deflection off Jacksonville, so that will be a goal kick for Trinity.
Trinity's trying to pass the ball around the back line a little bit.
They've kind of been doing that most of the game, which is
unusual strategy.
Unusual when you
can't get it off your end.
Yeah. Typically, if you're struggling to get the ball off your end, you want to go forward and forward only. And there have been lots of backward passes that Trinity has done. Tavera's shot takes a deflection off the back of one of the Trinity players. I believe that hit off number 9, Daniel Sanchez. Chris Cardenas going to step over to take the corner for the Indians. Chris plays this ball across the face of the goal. Axel gets ahead on it, finds
a handball, but 10-0, they don't call it.
Yair now going to play this back for Davey. Davey across the field for Lopez. Jacob Gonzalez now with the ball, trying to get a cross in for Jacksonville. This one going to go off the upright into the net behind the goal, so they'll go out for a goal kick. Did see in the Jacksonville progress after Tuesday's game, that was Davey Smith's 6th shutout of the year, so looking like it's going to be number 7 tonight for Davey. Jacksonville leads 10-0, and Trinity has not had much pressure at all. Axel going to send this back.
A couple substitutions there, 6 and 7. So Armando Lara and
Gerardo Arredondo.
Yeah.
Juan Lopez finds Yair. Yair inside for Sebastian. Sebastian with a good move gets past the defender.
So quick.
Plays this forward for Axel. Axel with some good moves of his own now finds Arredondo. Gerardo going to play this over to Tavera. Arredondo works to the outside. Jacksonville controlling possession. Yair tries to play this ball in, goes off the head of Brady Arnold.
I think it went off the sternum. I think he caught that right
in the chest.
I think he caught it right in the chest. So.
Okay, maybe he did. It sure looked like it hit him in the face.
I think it hit him where it's like knocked the wind out of him.
Axel's shot blocked. Arredondo hits it from outside the 18 and out of bounds. Set up another Trinity goal kick.
Got about 8 minutes left in this game.
Ball played forward, Axel Ramirez.
Jacksonville is completely dominant on winning all these balls. When they play out a goal kick, punt, whatever it is, Jacksonville just wins all of them.
Lopez finds Nava. Now to Yair. Valderas plays this inside. Arredondo with lots of room. Gerardo cuts it back, finds Axel. Ramirez trying to find Salazar, making a run. Just a little behind him. Going to go out for a Trinity goal kick. Jacksonville wins the ball off the goal kick. Axel finds Sebastian. Now forward for Armando. Lara takes a shot. That one high. Gonna go over the locker rooms. And I don't know that it went over the fence, but it had to have been close.
It bounced off of it anyway. So that fence is pretty close back there.
It is, yeah.
The fence is if you're not, from Jacksonville, you don't know this, you just tuned in, it is a rock wall.
A rock wall, yeah.
I'm sure we have a lot of people watching this who've never been to the Bowl.
We might.
How many people we got watching tonight? Any idea?
I'm not sure. I can take a look here in a minute.
Just curiosity. I bet both of them are from Jacksonville.
Both of them. We got 24 people watching right now, so
in a game that's 10-0.
Pretty good viewership.
Yeah, you got 24 dedicated fans. Appreciate y'all sticking around for this. So,
this ball played high into the air, going to go out for a Jacksonville corner off of Brady Arnold. A little over 5.5 minutes remaining. Gerardo Arredondo looks like going to come over to take the corner for Jacksonville.
I do know, talking to the players, though, Ryan, that they go back and watch this. So I have talked to some of them. I talked to Cole the other day, and he was saying that they do watch this and they talk about it. So,
well, that's good. Sebastian takes a shot from distance. That one headed away. Gets out to Brady Arnold. Sebastian sends this one across for Salazar. Shot wide. Be another Trinity goal kick.
I would have kept up with stats tonight and how many shots we have, but
I knew it would be a lot.
I didn't think my pencil would hold up to that. So,
I mean, it has just been a barrage of shots.
I would have started with a pencil that was full size, and then by the end of this, it would have looked like a kindergartner's crayon. So,
Sebastian Juarez with a good move
off the
crossbar.
And another header. He's offsides.
I think he said it went in.
Oh, he did?
I'm pretty sure it was after it hit the crossbar, it went down inside the goal and came out. So I'm pretty sure that they're going to give that goal to Sebastian Juarez.
Sebastian Juarez.
Well, if you're at home and you could back that up and watch that, so.
Yeah, I didn't get a replay on that one.
And the referee's in good position to make that call.
He is.
I mean,
he really is.
Credit. He's down there. I'm not sure what we got going here now, though. Oh, I think maybe we're going to have an explanation of how a goal is scored. So, yeah, which the referee, we're in a situation where Jacksonville's 11-0 with about 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
Take a minute, explain to him. If you're not familiar with soccer, you're one of the 24 people that's watching, and I'm going to give you a little deal here. The ball has to fully cross the line to be counted as a goal. It can't partially cross the line. It's not like football where just the nose of it goes across. There's no nose on a soccer ball. It's a round ball in soccer.
Well, but even, the front edge.
Oh, yeah.
If in football you get any point
part of the
ball
not
to the
soccer.
line, not across the line, but just to the goal line, it counts as a touchdown.
Football is so much easier than soccer. It's not even funny. I mean, they just make it so easy for you in football.
Yeah.
It's like, just get the ball close to the line and we'll call it good. No, in soccer, it has to go completely. The whole ball, not part of it. The entire ball, not half, not 3/4. The whole ball. Soccer is so much harder than football. It's unbelievable.
Arredondo takes a shot. That one blocked by Sanchez. Ball gets into Axel. Sebastian now forward for Axel. Good save by Spillman, able to get a foot on that and make the save. Keep that ball from going in the goal.
I mean, Spillman's the difference in this game being 30-0 here. So
Juarez shot from distance off the crossbar of the uprights.
we really should have tracked how many saves he's had. You talked about it earlier. But so many.
It's been a lot.
A lot
it's
of
been
saves.
a really, like, I know it's 11-0, but I mean,
We've had
it's been
100 shots.
it's been a really solid game from Spillman. He's doing everything he can to save what Jacksonville's throwing at him. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's been 50 or 60 shots in this game.
It
so
feels
far.
like 100. It feels like the shot numbers in triple digits. Because, I mean, there's times when there's 3 shots, like, in one play.
Yeah.
And there's no relief. I mean, like, Jacksonville decided to pass the ball back to the goalkeeper with a minute left. But, I mean, other than that, Trinity has 0 relief. It just stays on their end of the field, stays in the attacking third, stays within shooting range, and Jacksonville just continues. Like you talked about early in the game, they're defending with basically everybody. I think technically in their formation they have 5 defenders, and they're playing this kind of a park the bus deal here. I don't know what is the formation that is an all-out attack. I don't know what. Do they have a name for that one, Ryan? Is that something on the FIFA? On the FIFA, do they have a name for that?
If I'm remembering correctly, it's all-out attack.
It's called all-out attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not very creative. Like you get a good name like park the bus when you want to play defense.
Yeah.
Just sit everybody back. But you want to go on an all-out attack. They need to come up. FIFA needs to do better than that. Come up with some kind of creative name that says, hey, we're taking everything we got and we're throwing it at you.
Just call it onslaught.
Yeah, onslaught. Because that's what this has been tonight. I'm sure Trinity will have a nice, long bus ride home, licking their wounds after this beating that they're taking. A little physical there by Trinity at this point in the game. I don't think they like the fact that Jacksonville has –
Axel sends this ball forward. It's going to take a
We're going to
header
hustle. Let's get hustle.
off of
hustle.
Jacksonville.
Let's get the ball
2
back in. You got a
seconds
second.
left.
Can you score
We're not
again?
going to get the ball in. Yair just going to hold on to it. And we have an 11-0 final.
At the end of regulation, your score, Jacksonville 11, Trinity 0. Our man of the match, Jacob Gonzalez. And let's give it up for Davey Smith, the 7th shutout on the season.
Davey has a shutout.
7th shutout for Davey. I mean, he touched the ball probably 5 times that game, and those were all passes.
Those passes
from
to him.
From Jacksonville defensively. So, just
you
a
look
really,
at it,
really, really dominant performance from Jacksonville tonight. Trinity had no answer for it. And, I mean, we've seen that from multiple teams in our district this year, but, just nothing really that Trinity could do to penetrate the defensive line of Jacksonville.
No, and Davey's a really good goalkeeper.
He is.
We brag on him. He does a great job.
Yeah.
A game like tonight, his goalkeeping skills are not why we were at a shutout. When Trinity has 0 possession on our end of the field, and I'm had 0 shots. We didn't give up a corner kick. I know none of these things happen. So, anyway, good job for Jacksonville tonight. I know Ryan's ready to get over to the basketball game.
I am. They just started the second quarter. Jacksonville's leading Hudson 15-11 currently. So we'll see if Jacksonville can hold on and give Hudson their first defeat in district play. So a really great game here tonight from Jacksonville, and we'll see the Indians again on the 20th as they take on the Palestine Wildcats. So once again, thank you for tuning in here on JISD Live. We also have basketball going on, like I just mentioned, and I'm going to go join Lee Traylor to hopefully catch at least the second half, if not maybe a little more. So tune in over there and watch the Indians play their final home game from John Alexander Gymnasium. Once again, thank you for tuning in here on JISD Live. Big thanks to Paul, Travis, Swanson Traylor, Lee Traylor, and the students here on the JISD Live media team. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl.